Welcome back, everybody, to Stuck in Static, the only place where you can get your static stuck. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Glad to have everybody. Hope they're having a great, had a great Halloween weekend. It is November 1st right now, or 2nd?
No, it's November 1st.
Is it November 1st? Yeah. So Halloween was on a Monday.
Yeah.
Indeed,
okay. Yeah. After October 31st is then November 1st.
Yeah, okay.
There's no October 32nd.
Yep. That's how it works.
Okay. All right. Well, I've read a... So, yeah, guys, glad to have everybody back. I know everyone had a... I know I had a long weekend. I had a...
We went ham, bro.
A lot of money was spent.
Yeah. What'd you all do? I didn't do shit for Halloween weekend. So what'd you all do?
Jesus,
man.
I wish one day I could just live and not have FOMO. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish I was not that insecure where I could just be happy.
It's a pretty sweet lifestyle to not have FOMO.
I completely imagine, because every time I go out, is there an opposite of FOMO? Like angry of missing out? Like anger? Like
anger of being in?
Yeah.
That's definitely me, because every time I'm at the bars, I had fun. We went to bar complex, and that was really fun. But I remember horse and jockey, I was like, you know what I'm saying?
So, So to start everything off, everyone pretty much in Lexington, I'm assuming everywhere else, we talked about this last episode or our Halloween special, that Halloween should always just be on a Friday or Saturday. I would even debate a Thursday, okay? But my big thing is we went out for Saturday, and Brady wore his costume. You guys probably saw it on the show. He was a Japanese.
So many women pet my bird.
That's a hell of a euphemism.
So many women that night pet my bird. To the point it broke.
Not a euphemism.
Yeah, that's
no.
Literally.
So he did that, and I went as a pumpkin seller.
And then his face paint was pretty sick.
Yeah, it was. I went face paint and everything, dude. I went fucking balls to the wall. I had a whole pumpkin suit.
He had the David Pumpkins out for SNL. Y'all ever seen that?
What?
David Pumpkins?
David Pumpkins! Yeah, there's this character from SNL called David Pumpkins, and it's Tom Hanks. And he wears just a full pumpkin suit.
Which, by the way, I had no idea that existed until... Is that what the suit's based off of?
Yeah, it's like 100% what the suit's based off of.
way!
Yeah, that's the David Pumpkins suit.
I didn't know that. Okay, so Tom Hanks plays this guy. I didn't know that, but I ended up...
Can we look him up on here?
Yeah, we can put him up on there.
Look that shit up, dog. There we go.
Whoa. I thought that was a button.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, that was good.
But midway through, I just turned into some guy that was from New Jersey who was really adequate about selling pumpkins to people. Yeah. So people would come up and be like, "Hey, dude, I got the best pumpkins this side. You see that tree, Becca, over there, that swan dive? You don't want that type of pumpkin. It may be flush, but it's not good." So... It was stupid, but we ended up going to this place called, there it is. Yep. So I had that exact suit.
This is one of the best SNL skits ever, because what makes this skit so funny is these people go on this like haunted hotel attraction thing, and Kenan Thompson is the guide of this elevator. Like, on the next floor is this crazy ghost, and like every floor is a scary ghost, like Pennywise or Annabelle. Like, they're doing shit like that. Well, then they go to this one floor, and it's like, this next guy's going to scare the pants off you, and it's Tom Hanks coming out. And he goes, "I'm David Pumpkins." And then these two skeletons just start dancing to crazy music.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. They shut the door, and people are like, why was that here?
Yeah.
Right. And then he keeps showing up. They're like, we just don't understand him.
Pretty much how everyone felt me and Brady were at Bar and Complex. They're like, what is this vibe?
This chick was...
You two are together?
Yeah. We,
Fuck was that?
We go there.
It's always something.
Now, I got to tell you guys, this place was so sick. Never even knew it existed. I went over there. I'd always heard about it. It's where they do a lot of drag stuff here in Lex. I went there.
The bar complex.
It
was dope.
And it was like 3 stories, maybe 2. But there was like all the bars were like hidden in these like kind of little areas. I could have just been drunk.
There's something to do on every floor.
Yeah, dude.
I've never been so entertained in my life.
It was nuts. It was, and then the top floor where you go there and dance, a massive dance floor, and this little entrance that I thought, I was like, how the fuck are they fitting everybody in here? The ceiling is glass, and like you just look up and it's like mirroring back at you, but it's all like.
And none of the bartenders are wearing shirts.
Oh, no. One guy needed a shirt bad. It was pretty gross.
Instead of a shirt, he was wearing like a gimp chain. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, of course.
And he had it perfectly over his tits. And I was like, he's getting a lot of tips.
Nice.
He was making a good night.
So I find it, I don't know why, and this is probably highly debated, but my biggest thing is, I don't know if it's my immaturity or what it is, and it's not because I care anything about it. It's probably the immaturity, but I just, in my head, I still to this day, just when I see, and it's not out of hate or anything, it's just out of maybe it's uncomfortability. But when I see two dudes going at it, I just crack the fuck up, dude.
You're a bigot, bro.
No, dude.
You're a bigot.
I love the love, dude.
I was on this dance floor and the song Dancing Queen's coming on. Da, da, and I'm like, you saw this. You saw the story.
I saw the moves,
bro. You saw this. I was getting it.
You giving that one little Michael Jackson move right there.
Michael Jackson, bro.
He was getting it.
And like what you don't see in the videos, there's like 5 groups of dudes all making out
and I'm
touching
talking
each other
hard,
around me.
bro.
Hard making out. And I'm just over here going, I'm your ally. And just vibing with it. Like, this is awesome.
Dude, he was in there, and I was like, I looked at Brady, and he was like, all these dudes are just fucking going at it by him. And then and then he's like, I just went up to him. I was like, bro. And he's like, that's what's up. And
I was like, that's what's up, bro. We're in their environment.
And then we're getting after it, and there's this girl with these massive fucking pigeon wings. Probably angel wings. I don't know. I kept calling them pigeon wings.
Pigeon wings.
But they were
You're the biggest pigeon I've ever seen.
They're just fucking huge, dude.
We were so hammered, bro. It was
It was a bunch of fun. And then one dude, Beetlejuice, tried to get me to pay for his tab, and I was like, no, I'm good. I don't really. He's like, well, let me buy you something. I was like, nah, I don't want you to waste your drink because I'm good. I got a lady here. And he was like, well, you're lost. Find out that he actually told the bartender when I turned around to talk to someone that I was covering his tab. So as I was asking for my drink, he hands me my check, and I go, what is this? And he's like, he told me to go ahead and get your tab for it. And I was like, okay. So I start signing it. And I looked down at it, and it says like $75. I was like, what the fuck? Oh. Yeah, so he bankrupted me that night, dude. I was livid, dude.
You didn't even get a kiss or anything?
No, dude. Well, I didn't even say his name 3 times. Otherwise, I would have beat that.
That situation fucked my money, you know what I'm saying? Which is understandable. What happens? So we go to cookout afterwards. And he's like, man, can you get me? Because I was like, absolutely, bro. No
Explain to people if you've never heard cookout, what cookout is.
So cookout is a delicious fast food restaurant. Delicious. But it's cheap as fuck. Y'all have had cookout.
Yeah,
it's cheap as fuck. For $6, you're going to get 4 chicken fingers, a quesadilla, a milkshake, french fries, and onion rings. Like, it's unreal how cheap it is.
Yeah.
So Hunter's, I'm going to get food. So I'm not going to get anything. So I got you. I wasn't hungry. And
Let's go ahead and reiterate what he said in the beginning of that sentence there. Not going to get anything is what he said. All right.
So Hunter orders me. I'm not paying attention because I'm talking to somebody. The guy, Hunter's like, they're ready for the card. I turn to the guy's like $18, and I'm going, I said $18. Like in my head, I'm like, $18 fucking dollars at cookout. Did you order the left side of the menu? It was unreal, and I paid it. And I look at Hunter, and I was like, bro, I'm definitely getting a chicken sandwich at the $18 order. Like, what the hell, Hunter? All right, so I get some of that, and Hunter goes, all you're getting is a chicken sandwich. And Hunter gets real drunk. He goes, like, the way he just slurs, he's like, all you're getting is a chicken sandwich.
Dude, I was so hungry when he's like, well, let me get one of those. And I was like, you said you were fucking good. He goes, give me a fucking chicken sandwich. And I was like, he's like, Hunter, it's $18. So it was good. It was good Halloween. I hope everyone else had a good one.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What about you, Dylan? Did you end up staying in, or?
Saturday I did.
Okay.
I mean, we went out Friday, but
Yep.
my whole game plan was I was like, let's sit and watch half of this UK game and then I'll go out. And at halftime, I turned the game off and just went to bed instead. So
many of my friends that were there watching the game, immediately afterwards, they were like, I'm going the fuck up.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm going home.
That was pathetic. That was such a pathetic game to watch.
That was the worst.
And the one touchdown we don't convert the extra points still.
Oh, of course.
Like, oh
like,
my
what
God,
the
dude.
fuck, dude?
There's just so many. The special teams and offensive line have just tanked this team.
And defense
so bad.
didn't look good
The
that game.
fact that Will Levis is still like a top 10 prospect is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like that he can do it with that line.
Well, it's all about potential.
well, and to be fair,
what I say about myself all the
getting he's not getting the looks that he will get in a pro offense. Like the play calling is terrible.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what can you call? Right?
True. I mean, with that
what can
offensive
you call?
line, you can't protect.
You can pretty much be like, you can run the ball. That's it.
Ass water,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm sorry. It's so bad. It's such a disgrace too, because we have a literal first round draft pick quarterback that could be destroyed, and we have weapons on offense.
Yeah.
Can't get him the ball. Nope.
I don't know if are you guys saying you think he'd be a first round if he had an offensive line?
No, he's still a first.
He still is.
He still
is.
is.
That's pretty bold, I feel like.
No, Will Levis is like, he'll be the 23rd pick in the draft. Quote me on that.
Yeah, it's the talent. It's the talent alone.
Shit.
I mean, the arm strength is out of this world.
I haven't seen a lot of the arm strength, though.
Because he doesn't have time to throw it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
He's literally getting hit
last year,
every fucking play, bro.
Last year you saw it. I mean, a couple of those throws to Wandell were 60 yards
last year,
downfield.
him and Wandell was a hell of a duo.
Yeah.
You don't have the Wandell no more.
With 5 seconds in the pocket every snap, too.
Yeah.
Like,
And Wandell's already eaten.
He's
You
killing the
guys
Giants.
think they got like their own chiropractor like on the team? They'd have to, right?
100%.
100%, bro.
I
They
bet
have-
that'd be a good profession.
They have drawers with their own vitamins all assigned on certain
shit.
days. They have a chiropractor. I've seen it.
yeah.
It's in their nutrition hall. In
Do you guys feel like chiropracting's gotten a little too ASMR? Like it's gotten really sexual recently?
Nothing. It's just
Have y'all seen that?
All the like TikTok videos
It's just
and
all
stuff.
girls like about to get fucking adjusted, and
Look
it's
that
just
shit
always
up, dog. I want to see this.
it's always just
Pull that up, Jamie.
it's all just voluptuous ass. Okay, the button wants to work the whole fucking other time, but now it doesn't want to work.
Did you say?
shit up, dog.
There you
See,
go.
I just get angry when I don't get my way.
Well, we're fully aware.
But
Oh my goodness.
Gosh, we know.
but no, every time I don't know why, but like it was showing athletes and football players all getting adjusted and they all have their shirts off, and then like every like now I see like little sly comments and stuff, and then it's always like very just. I feel like regular people that don't have a 6-pack and jack go to the chiropractor. I want to see some more of that, you know? Kind of with my point, I don't always want to see a massive dick, you know?
I want something that I can relate to.
Yeah, I see that enough in my house. Fuck.
All right. Well, in other
So we're done with this story.
in other football news, UK football is a disappointment this year. I think officially
I
not a
can't wait
disappointment,
to play Georgia.
but yeah, it's like we have nothing else to look forward to besides the Louisville game now. So
Yeah.
that's
As long as
really
we
it.
beat Louisville, fuck it.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly,
You know what I'm
though, it's basketball season.
yeah.
And,
That's true.
And also after that embarrassing defeat, I don't want to hear Kentucky coaches talk about, how dare you say this is a basketball school? This is why it's a basketball
Yeah,
school.
100%.
Because
Right.
this is how we end up feeling every single year.
Yeah.
This is why I feel like basketball in general is you can watch. Any team has a possibility if they get their flow going and they get some charm. And
That
charisma, like,
college basketball, March Madness
true.
is
Oh
the
my God.
funnest playoffs to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one and done makes that tournament so fun to watch.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
yeah, it's just I think it's just one of the biggest things ever to where it's like it is a Dave and Goliath most of the time, and like it's awesome seeing the underdog no matter who you are.
Yeah, and in
Yeah.
football, it's really like these legacy football schools are just
Oh,
so
yeah,
good
bro.
that it's
Yeah.
like, you're
It
not
can
really
be
going to
just
fuck with them.
Goliath sometimes murdering
Yeah.
brutally.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be
You
cool
know
if
what
they
I'm
did
saying?
to where they just did like a I don't know, like a they all like peel their name out of the basket for these schools, and each team like they remake their teams like while they go out there. Like, oh fuck, Georgia got half their line given to fucking USC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
kind of game show as football
That'd be
we talking
sick,
about
dude.
here.
That'd be sick.
What's behind door number 3?
That's the only part I know about
Oh,
the
your
football.
punter is the quarterback. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but anyways, in other football news, there's a big, or like, I don't know what happened with the Michigan State game, but was this before the game or
Dylan, do you have
after?
some
After
stuff
the
on
game.
that?
After the game, somehow,
At the big house, both teams go into the same tunnel, and then it splits off into the different locker rooms.
Who won the game?
Right.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, Michigan by a lot.
They just I figured they would.
Yeah, but
so there were some Michigan players that got caught in the wave of Michigan State players coming in there.
yeah.
And so like one Michigan guy, was he like going in there intentionally, or was it just like, did he just
I
trailed
don't know.
off? Or
I
like,
have no idea what happened as far as like what led up to it. But the videos that got released of the events that occurred in there are disturbing.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, swinging helmets at guys.
yeah.
All
I mean,
kinds
they
of
gotta
stuff
fix
like
that
that.
stadium. Like you cannot have 50 some
Dude,
dudes.
that feels like a lazy way out to blame it on the stadium. You know what I mean? Like, how about we teach these kids to like play with a little bit of class and like it, leave it on the field? Like,
Yeah. Ideally, yeah, but at the same time, dude, like you just spent the last like 4 hours going at each other. And like if you get absolutely pummeled, or like I feel like if it's a good game, that's like less likely to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get absolutely destroyed, then one of their players comes in and you're just like, fuck this guy, like let's get him.
Yeah, but also how is no one on the coaching staff watching that? How is there
Yeah.
not security in that tunnel? You know both teams are there.
Yeah.
And one of the videos I saw, there was a security guard there, and he's just like this, just
Well, yeah, dude, everyone's fucking 6'2", and
I'm not jumping in the middle of that. Yeah,
what
like,
are you gonna do,
dude,
bro?
those are young adults in like the best shape of their life.
Exactly. Oh
Yeah,
my god,
the
they-
74-year-old they have checking tickets at the door is not breaking that one up.
That he's gonna die if he gets in the middle of that.
exactly. You looking at that, you're like, all right, at least they got pads on.
Right? Like, I'm good. Like,
Right.
they'll figure it out.
Put your helmets back on. It'll be fine. Yeah.
I remember being on State Street, and I just like when like a fight would break out with all the because there's always some athletes down there, some shit, and it would always break out. And dude, I remember I just saw what I thought were trees falling down, and it was just big dudes beating each other out there. I was like, holy shit! I was like, there's
Well, I mean, that house that I stayed in for a while on University was next door to the hockey house.
Oh,
and
really?
so, I mean, you know how hockey players are anyway. Like, they're always ready for a brawl.
Oh, yeah.
And so imagine them drunk at 4 a.m, just...
Yeah.
They'd break out into fights with each other. Like just in the front yard. You're like, all right. All the other ones are just circled around. I'm like, yeah. And it's like, this is a different level.
They're in there,
Like,
right? They're putting their rollerblades on. You fucking wait, boy. You fucking wait. We dropping these gloves out here.
And most of the time I felt like, let me see if this works right. Let me see if I got this going. Every time I heard something over it sounded like a... Nah? That was...
You're right. You're a bigot. Yeah.
Okay.
You're a bigot.
I just wanted to see
I've now
what
said
side.
it 2 times.
All right, in other football news, right? So let's go to the NFL now. The NFL, there's some funny things that happen. I want to start with the Matt Ryan thing, right? Matt Ryan's been benched as the Colts quarterback after 28 weeks and 3 days.
Go Sam Ellinger. Sorry, I got him in my Dynasty Fantasy Football League.
No, but 28 weeks and 3 days of being the first, of being the starting quarterback.
Did you hear that though?
What?
Wow.
28 weeks in 3 days.
28 weeks and 3 days.
That's how long Matt Ryan...
28-3.
Do you not get it?
28 weeks and 3 days. That's impossible.
Do you not? No. Come on, dude.
God.
28-3. The halftime score of the Super Bowl.
Oh, 28
I get it, yeah.
Oh my God.
You're a Falcons
Shit.
fan, so it burns you more.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's burned into my fucking
Dude,
retinas
that one,
every
whoever-
single time.
Whoever did that shit, that was fucking awesome, dude.
You were saying 28.
28 weeks and 3 days.
Is how long he was
The starting
the
quarterback.
starting
for the Colts.
quarterback. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, bro.
Yeah.
I got lost in that. I was
Lost in
Sam
the sauce,
Ellinger.
baby. Lost in the
I got
It's
lost in the
just,
sauce, bro.
it's just so funny, dude. Like, Matt Ryan just can't catch a break.
He can't, bro.
He
He's
really
had
can't.
such a good shitty career.
It's
You know
been-
what I'm saying?
He's had a great fourth quarter career. Is
Yeah.
what I call
Yeah.
it. It's like he's gotten all of his stats in the fourth quarter, pretty much garbage time, chucking it up to Julio,
Yeah.
whatever he's got, and then
He won an MVP off that shit.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, he did.
That was the only year that it was like actually he was doing.
That
it.
is
It
true
wasn't
because
like,
they were what 12-4 that year or something.
Yeah, yeah.
That was,
like
was that the year you went to the Super Bowl?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And that was when everyone was called Matty Ice. Now just Matt.
Right.
Back to Matt
That
Ryan.
was like the most prolific offense like the NFL's ever
that
seen.
was
It
Julio
was
Jones'
crazy.
prime, bro. And
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
killed
Yeah,
Matt
I mean,
Ryan.
that was unbelievable to watch. I could not believe that we were in that position at that point. And then ever since then, it's been just so
Dude, I remember
downhill.
watching that Super Bowl with
So
one of my buddies,
downhill.
and he was like, "Well, this game's over. Patriots are going to get their ass kicked." And I was like, "No, it's Tom Brady."
Tom
bro.
Brady, bro.
Yeah.
I said, "No. This
Yeah,
game
yeah.
ain't over."
She said, no, it's the Falcons.
I would be cool with being like a second, like a bench quarterback at that age. I'm like, fuck it, dude.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Trying to
but
chill.
after you've been a starter your entire career, it probably hits a little different.
Yeah, you've
you know
never
what I
been
mean?
benched your whole career.
I think
You know what I'm saying?
coming into the league and being a backup quarterback your entire career, that's a great gig.
yeah, right. There was a recent
You don't have
interview.
to get your ass kicked every Sunday.
Who was it?
Like,
Blake Bortles was having
Yeah.
some interview with somebody, and they're like, "Do you know how much money you made in the NFL?" He was like, "Oh, I don't know." They're like, "It was $98 million." He's like, "Whoa, not bad for a career backup." Like, Jesus Christ!
What a
$98
G.
mil.
What a G.
He played like 9 games in his whole life.
He got paid to suck dick a quarterback.
Yeah.
And like,
His practice team quarterback.
Yeah.
Whatever.
that is
like,
the gig,
Right?
dude.
Yes,
That makes me so
exactly.
jealous.
because
Yeah.
they don't get hit in practice. Like,
right?
Yeah.
You get that
I like to
special
be-
red jersey.
I'd like to be a punter. I think a punter, you get paid pretty good money.
Yeah.
Isn't,
Yeah.
isn't it really hard to find like a good catcher for the MLB? Like, isn't that like one of the most sought out positions or something like that?
yeah, it's just really hard on your body. So like, you don't want to have your best hitters and stuff playing that position because it wears your knees down.
Is there a
your entire
bench?
baseball swing
Is there a
comes
bench
from.
catcher?
There are bullpen catchers.
yeah.
There are bullpen
They all
catchers.
sit in the corner squatting still. Fuck.
No,
That's
there's
them in the bullpen.
Okay.
there's a bullpen catcher, but that's like a hired assistant coach. essentially.
I could be a catcher.
You are.
Since
After this Saturday.
after this past Saturday, I haven't worn socks since that night.
Well, in other quarterback news, Russell Wilson continues to be the worst teammate ever, clearly.
Just the worst human being, I think. Like, this man is corny as hell.
He's just a big cornball. He really is. He's like a little league coach that is a real NFL quarterback. But so the story goes, they played in London, 2 weeks ago?
No, this was past weekend.
It was past weekend. They played in London against the Ravens.
Jaguars,
okay, yeah. And on their way to or from, I can't remember, he was literally, it was an 8-hour flight apparently, and he was taking 4 hours of it to like do high knees in the aisle and like warm up and recover and stretch. And I'm just like, dude, could you imagine like the leader of your locker room is such a fucking like goody two shoes, just like
I would
trying
not
to
follow him.
It's like, oh my god, you're professional. Like you're with adults. Like you're treating this like a kid's team. It's so crazy. It's like you are with adults, and he's sucking dick this year. Like he has no room to do it.
Season.
Maybe he has really bad RLS.
Did you see Justin Tucker after the Thursday night game?
Yeah, he did the same.
On the jet. He was
That's hilarious.
On the jet, they were on their way back to Baltimore, and he was like, somebody's videoing him, and he's like, Jay Tuck, like, what do you think about this game? And he's like, Ravens flock, let's fly, or some shit.
Yeah.
He was like, I think Lamar's going to lead us in some high knees on the way back.
That's fucking awesome.
Everyone's
Oh my
trashing
God.
Russell Wilson, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing is like, I don't see how you can be a professional quarterback and then just like
Good
act
video.
like
Well,
that.
why is he just now? I feel like I never saw this before when he was doing all this before.
Well, like I don't remember.
What do you think? Yeah, what is he going through something right now?
I don't
or-
know because
No.
like I didn't hear
No.
anything but good things about him when he was in Seattle.
That's not
But apparently at the end
necessarily
of it-
true.
yeah.
Because Pete Carroll and him had a strained relationship. Everybody knew it the last 4 years he was there.
Yeah.
And then now, did you see the post-game interview of the Seahawks? So it was Geno Smith,
Oh yeah.
DK Metcalf, and Tyler Lockett all at the podium. And some question was asked, just about like how they were overcoming their expectations coming into the year and stuff. And Lockett took it upon himself to come to the mic, and he was like, "Look, guys," he was like, "I just think it's amazing what you can achieve when nobody cares who gets the credit."
Oh,
And
shit.
immediately you see Geno and DK behind him just cackling,
Yeah.
like trying to hold
Really?
it back. But everybody's taking
That's
shots
crazy.
at him.
Dude,
Like,
that's a good point. I like me some Geno Smith this year because
He's crushing it.
He's crushing. Earlier in the season, he
Year
had a
9.
statement. He
Yeah.
said people wrote me off, and I didn't write back.
Dude, he's
that's cold,
he's
bro. Mike drop,
That is
bro.
some-
He's killing it
He's in year 9 and is just now becoming a starting quarterback for the first time since his rookie year.
since the Jets.
yeah.
Yeah.
He may have
Yeah.
lasted 2 years as their starter, but
He was
still,
he was like 2.5.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Man.
why.
And also DK Metcalf. You ever seen him without a shirt?
Oh, that's
Oh,
Because he is the real life Captain America.
Yeah, if you haven't, don't.
Yeah, dude, DK
It'll
Metcalf.
ruin your whole day.
He was made by robots.
Did you see when he ran with the Olympic trials?
Yeah.
And he ran with them.
100
He
meters?
didn't lose.
for
he-
his size to run that fast?
That's
he
what
is
I'm
the
saying.
real life
he
Captain
finished
America.
he finished like 7th of 9
Yeah, dude.
against Olympic sprinters.
Yeah.
Like,
Pull a
that's
picture DK
bizarre.
Metcalf.
Oh,
without a
bro,
shirt.
and he still
Well, we
had
need
his
his
people
height
have to
weight.
see
Let's
this.
see it. Let's
he,
see
People have to
height
see
weight on
this,
this.
he
bro.
still had his earrings and chains on and everything, dude.
He's like what 6'4",
Yeah.
225 or
He's
something.
fucking huge.
Oh my
Last
god.
He's fucking huge.
Oh my god.
That one blew up a little bit.
Hit the zoom on that.
real
Hit the zoom
Chris
on
Evans.
That one's not real.
Holy
Oh, shit, that one.
one, bro.
Oh my gosh! For the viewers,
looks like-
look at the screen right
It
now.
looks like alien is coming out of his stomach. Like he is just, and he plays
imagine?
wide receiver.
Bro, could you imagine on the field having to guard and tackle him? Fuck
Oh
that,
my
man. Here you go,
God.
DK.
Bro,
Take
people
every
got
catch.
people had to deal with me walking their tables like that. I would be intimidated as fuck to order a sandwich from
Don't
me.
take this from DK. Don't make it about you.
I'm just saying, dog. Shit.
Wow. Okay, well, in other NFL, I wanted to talk about the best game that happened this last weekend: the Falcons and the Panthers.
That was the best game of the weekend.
That was the craziest
Incredible.
game I like. Okay, first of
PJ
all,
Walker.
That's what I want to say is like, what has Carolina been doing keeping PJ Walker as their backup?
Dude, he was the
whole
man
time?
of the XFL. Like,
Right?
of course he did.
They
Like,
pulled in Sam Darnold
And Baker Mayfield's supposed to be the answer.
and
That
then
was
Cam
stupid.
Newton at one point too. I was like, bro, you have a quarterback.
Yeah.
What are
hey,
you
we're not gonna
doing?
hate on
Use it.
Cam Newton.
But he
he
came
was-
back and sucked it up.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well,
say,
he
he was
said-
not. He was not in a place physically to be there.
Well, have you seen his haircut? No shit. He looks like a big broccoli stalk.
Yeah, right. He looks like Black Sideshow Bob.
He does. My cousin has this theory with all. He did.
He really did.
My cousin who's a comedian has this theory for athletes. He said, "You ever notice how every shitty athlete has the craziest fucking hair?" He looked at Robbie Anderson. He was like, "Look what happened to Cam Newton, Dwight Howard, like all these.
Yeah.
They start
God.
you know, they're shitty in their career when they have crazy fucking hair."
Yeah, Iman Shumpert got a lot better after he wasn't like, his hair wasn't
Exactly.
gone.
That's how,
Division.
dude, I saw the dude with the massive dreads. I was like, there's
Yeah.
no way his helmet's protecting his fucking
And
head.
Derrick Henry's been killing it this year because he finally cut that big fucking Mr.
Yeah.
Hanky turd off his helmet.
He really did,
He
though.
did. He's killing it this year, bro.
Right.
Everyone should just be
It's the
bald.
hair.
But anyways, so the Falcons game
That's my-
was
That's my thing. Only two people can rock it, me and Anderson Silva.
there it is.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But the Falcons, so we were doing well as the Panthers. They suck, and we were doing fine for 3 quarters. And then in Falcons fashion, we give up 21 points in the fourth quarter.
That was wild.
Like, of course, and like the last 7 or 6 actually that were scored was on a Hail Mary to DJ
Dude,
Moore.
that game-tying touchdown was
Oh, and
incredible.
how
dude.
shitty does DJ Moore feel?
Oh, dude.
Oh,
So,
you know
like,
he does.
So what is it? 12 seconds left in the game. PJ Walker throws a bomb, like a 60-yard bomb to DJ Moore, and
Yeah.
he snags it. Of course he does. Of course.
DJ
Our
Moore's a
safety
beast.
just like goes like,
He couldn't have
"Oh,
placed that
whoops."
ball better, though. To be fair,
was perfect.
PJ Walker killed it, man.
Yeah. So DJ Moore gets the touchdown, gets hyped, takes his helmet off, and starts celebrating. And guess what? That's a penalty right
Yep.
there. That's a 15
yarder,
yards.
yeah.
So their field goal kicker is backed up 15 yards at this point and misses the extra point. Tied at 34, goes into OT. Like, oh my God. I'm sweating the whole time.
Mariota throws one of the worst picks I've seen all year.
And then, yeah, literally. So the Falcons get the ball, right? 2 runs, and then Mariota would do a play action pass, and he chucks it to our wide receiver 10. And who had a touchdown earlier, I guess. But I'm like, who are you?
Demir Bird, yeah.
Anyways, and gets picked off. Of course. At that point, I'm like, that's game. Like, that's
Oh,
done.
yeah.
Like, I'm like, what are we going to do? They drive down the field.
Kicker misses it.
Happy birthday, Marcus
36
Mariota,
yarder.
baby. Yeah. Happy birthday, Marcus Mariota.
Hey, he killed it in fantasy for me.
Oh yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah.
That's the thing is like he gets some solid fantasy points.
Yeah.
As a quarterback, I can't look
He's,
at him do
he's
it.
not like he's not gonna lead your team to victory every game.
no.
Quarterback.
And
But
like,
as long as he doesn't beat you, he's decent.
yeah. Well, like I just wish that the Falcons would use him more as an athlete. Like, why are we afraid
Yeah.
to let him just run and scramble and like just do rollouts as much as you can? Honestly,
Yeah.
like
He's
it doesn't
fast.
make sense that we're gonna play out of the pistol and have him play action pass out of the pistol where like our line still can't block that good. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, let this guy use his athleticism.
Yeah.
But Falcons pull it out. Younghoe Koo represents squinty eye, yellow.
Younghoe
nose.
Koo!
Yeah.
He's definitely better than Evan McPherson. Now, fuck Evan McPherson after last night. If you're watching this, Evan McPherson, you sucked this year.
Oh,
Yeah,
rough.
I said it.
Yeah, that Bengals game was rough.
Young Konsu, did
Well,
I say it right?
Younghoe.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He's best kicker this year, besides bitch ass Justin Tucker.
Well, guys,
Fuck yourself,
we also
Justin
got to talk
Tucker.
about then if we're talking about crazy sports things going on. What the fuck occurred in Glendale, Arizona this Saturday?
What is that?
The Jake Paul and Anderson Silva fight.
Oh,
It was rigged. Anderson Silva shouldn't have lost.
No, here's the thing though, man. I feel like at some point
It went
start,
8.
we gotta start.
It did.
We gotta start giving some dessert out there. We gotta start giving some treats.
That's the thing, man. It's like at this point, I think Jake Paul is kind of undeniable. Like
Yeah.
you have to give him the good fighters now.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you
And,
have
and
to.
that's been the biggest thing. Everyone's like, if he would have fought a good fighter, yada yada yada. But the thing is, they haven't given him a good fight. Nothing's been sanctioned.
Did
know
you
what I
see
mean?
what Logan Paul put on Twitter defending his brother?
Well, what do you say?
Logan Paul released a Twitter where he said he was talking about how 2 of the best boxers in the world right now, one's undefeated, one has 1 loss, were supposed to fight Jake Paul, had fights lined up, and they both backed out. One of them is Tyson Fury's little brother.
Okay, well here's my.
Yeah.
There's no way that should ever happen. You know what I
Tyson
mean?
Fury's little brothers. Dog shit.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
He's
saying.
not.
He's not
a
good.
good
Well,
fighter.
I'm-
to his
I'm-
face.
I'm
but he's
saying-
undefeated.
I'm saying.
He's
He
undefeated.
could beat my ass.
I'm saying if he wants to do it, like if he wants to do it, let's get him in like the actual, I feel like, league for it. and get it sanctioned, get everything through there.
That's what he was trying to do with these two boxers that backed out.
Well, that's what like I'm saying now. Like, let's not just keep giving him good people to fight.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, let's put him through the ringer. Like,
Well,
everyone else
they haven't been giving him good people to fight. They've been giving him a
Dog
washed
shit.
up Ben Askren. Which, if anyone watched the Ben Askren fight, Ben Askren looked like a dad out there.
Oh,
not a
dude.
boxer.
That was pathetic.
They
That
gave
was-
him
Ben Askren
a-
loved it though.
when
Yeah,
fought
because he was in it
Tyron
for the
Woodley.
bag,
Yeah,
and then
dude.
he got his bag either way.
He fought Tyron Woodley twice. Tyron Woodley lost like his last 4 or 5 UFC fights before going to get his
That man
ass
used
beat
to
by
be
Jake
such
Paul.
an animal, dude.
Yeah.
Used to be one of the best defense
Dude,
takedown
he was
people.
unbelievable.
There was like a streak of like, what was it, like 20 fights of no one took him down because his defense is so good. Then he also fought he fucking fought, what was it, Nate Robinson? No, it wasn't Nate Robinson.
He did fight Nate Robinson.
He didn't. He
Yeah.
knocked out little
Well,
ass
yeah,
5'4"
but
Nate Robinson.
That was like, you know.
Yeah, that
Nate
was,
Robinson
that
thought he
should've
could just
never
go in the
happened.
ring.
right.
and
Nate
it's like,
Robinson's
yeah.
I'm an athlete.
Yeah.
No, it's not like that, man.
Yeah, he's training. Like,
This
he's
is
taking
his
it
first
seriously.
true test. Anderson Silva, legendary fighter, top 3 favorite fighter for me. Love the Spider Silva.
Spider, dude.
Oh, the Spider.
That man.
His run in the UFC where he was unstoppable was the greatest run in UFC history.
Yep.
I don't
His
give a fuck what anyone says.
cockiness is unheard of.
Well, bro, he
It's like
backed up everything he
cocky,
did.
but he's like humble too at
Yeah,
the
he's
same
humble, yeah.
time. It's
Yeah.
so weird how he's able to do
He's
both.
he's
you know?
both he's both cold and humid. You know what I mean? He's
Aaron-
like Kentucky weather.
He's dry and
Yeah.
clammy. Yeah.
I highly recommend
It's
the
so
documentary Like Water on Netflix. It's all about Anderson Silva and like
Yeah.
this. He's just so calm about his shit talk, and I love it.
Well,
Yeah.
I was going to say this just for everyone that didn't know. Jake Paul, 6-0 with 4 KOs, a 25-year-old social media influencer turned boxer, railed for a knockout in the final round to submit an 8-round unanimous decision in the main event and Showtime pay-per-view.
He didn't knock him out. He knocked him down.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
knocked
was
him
a
down.
knockdown.
Knocked him down.
But he got back up whenever he had 10 seconds.
And
to
I
go.
like they changed up the arena. It took place in Desert Diamond Arena. Paul took home scores. So I was pretty impressed with these scores. I did go back and look at some of the highlights, and it to me, nothing looked like it was staged. It looked like this was like an actual pretty...
I don't think anything.
I
No,
don't
that's
think so.
not
I just don't want to accept one of my favorite
The
fighters.
Woodley,
Paul,
the Woodley though, and then the one with his older brother, Logan Paul and Floyd. I was like, this is bullshit.
I just want to see Jake Paul. However the fuck you say his name. I just want to see.
It's just
him-
Paul, not too tough. Just Paul.
Just Paul. I said Ball. I want to see that Jake Paul fella. I want to see him fight a real boxer.
But here's the scorecards. The took home scores. Paul took home 77-74 and 78-73 against the 47-year-old Silva, the former UFC welterweight champion.
I want to see Jake Paul take on. I would love to see him take on Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, but the Gypsy King would fucking.
That
would
out of
never
his
be
weight
like
class.
that. No,
That's
but I still
way
want to.
out of
Here's-
his weight
here's-
I
class.
still want to see him get his ass beat by him.
Okay, but
Is that it? Won't happen.
no, I'm just saying. He's already called out Canelo. Like let's see that
Canelo
happen.
would eat him alive.
Let's see
bro.
that happen.
Canelo.
Canelo's a completely
Yeah.
different weight class. There's no way that would ever work.
No, it's not.
No,
Yeah, Canelo's like 125, isn't he?
no. Canelo's
He's pretty close to Jake
once
Canelo?
165,
I'm looking up
170.
that shit right now.
Did y'all see he also called out Nate Diaz too?
Yeah,
he
exactly.
did,
well,
bro.
because did you
Nate
see
Diaz
what
ain't
Nate
gonna
did?
win though. Nate,
Yeah, they
Nate
had some
showed
beef,
up.
yeah.
Nate showed up outside of his locker room
And-
talking shit
yeah.
to his like security people.
Well,
Like,
it's in like the ultimate Nate Diaz style, man.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
motherfucker shit talks everybody.
yeah, but okay,
Nate knows what
but
he's
he's
doing.
called
yeah.
Nate. He's called Nate out after the last 3 fights. If you're gonna come talk shit to his security people, take the damn fight. Stop making excuses for why you can't make it happen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
true.
Because Nate Diaz is no longer under contract with UFC.
dude, I didn't realize how much that man jumps around on the weight scale,
Yeah.
dude. 147, 154, 160, 168, 175.
Oh, Canelo and Jake
This dude's
Paul
a
could happen.
fucking animal, dude.
Jake Paul or Canelo's only loss, Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
That was a good match.
I remember that. I was like a senior in high school, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Floyd Mayweather.
Well,
embarrassed him.
I think I think Jake Paul deserves some flowers at this point.
He
Because
does.
he works hard to like do what he does.
There's no doubt about it. He had like Anderson Silva was a big test, and he proved himself.
Yeah.
You can sit there and say all you want about Anderson Silva's age, but if you look at Anderson Silva's actual boxing record in the last year, he's been killing it. So he got his first taste as a real boxer, and he beat him.
Yeah.
Unanimous decision.
Well, and I do want to say this. Jake Paul has brought the fighters' conscience to the forefront a little bit.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
yeah.
UFC
he
and stuff like
hates
that's
the
been going-
UFC
yeah.
now as much as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to give him props on that. And he's the only one, I think, with his platform and stuff like that, that can literally go balls to the wall with Dana White. You know what I mean?
They actually addressed that in the the pre-fight press conference, and him and Anderson agreed to take like a certain amount of what they make from that fight and use it to try to.
Well, that's how you get people to follow your path.
Because now having Anderson as an ally against the UFC is a huge thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's where Anderson made his.
That's so crazy about Jake too. He does it while being the heel.
Yeah,
Like he's not like the good guy.
He's slowly coming out of the heel though. I feel like
No, he's
no,
because he leans into it. He
He's
leans
full
into
heel.
it.
He's MJFing right now.
Okay, then he is the Randy Orton heel to where right afterwards he's doing like pictures at the children's hospital.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I mean,
but
it's an
Jake
act to an
Paul's not
extent.
doing that. Jake
I'm
Paul's
saying-
not going to a
I'm
children's
saying
hospital.
for what's it
Jake
called?
Paul's going to go fuck hot Instagram models and do blow.
To me, that's going to children's hospital, bro. No, that sounded terrible. That was supposed to sound more like I look at that as no. Either way, not a good bit. Woo! Let me do this one. Here it is.
Gosh. Do you feel better now? Do you feel better about your comment? Deflect.
I think Hunter's ADHD ended the sports segment of the podcast. We got some. Okay, so a lot happened this last week outside of sports. Sports has been crazy too, but like outside of sports, let's see, what do we have here? Kanye. Okay, let's just hit on Kanye. I'm tired of this shit already, but like
This man.
we can get back on it. Adidas dropped him. Everyone dropped him. Everyone dropped Kanye.
But he bought Parlor.
He bought Parlor. He showed up.
I'm not excited. I don't give a shit.
He
I wanna dance.
showed up to Skechers headquarters. Was like, please buy my
Yeah.
Yeezys or
Oh,
something.
dude, the
Like,
Skechers started to do that. I would start rocking the fuck out of some Skechers, dude.
It'd be the most expensive Skechers
you really are
ever.
a bigot today. Like, damn, wow, you're just straight up just.
Have you
bigot,
ever?
anti-Semite.
Wow.
Like, damn.
Okay.
Okay.
1 week
ever
working
had
at a
them?
lumberyard.
Have you guys ever had the Yeezy foam runners? Then get the fuck out of here, okay?
Unbelievable.
Have fun hitting a fucking puddle.
Oh yeah, I'm fucked.
Yeah. So Kanye is like, I don't know what to even like, because some people are backing him up on his whole like, Jewish people run everything thing. And it's weird to me to see people like actually take his side and be like, no, he's right about these things. So I'm like, look. You can be as big of a Kanye fan as you want. You don't have to worship the guy. You don't have to think that everything he does is genius, because that's what exactly a narcissist does.
Right.
Is like convince everyone that he's so great, because he has to convince himself that he's so great.
That's kind of what Elon Musk is turning into a little bit right now.
No, that's way different than Kanye. Kanye's going off the deep end in a way that is like self-destructive. Like, and he seems to not realize it too.
No, he doesn't, bro. He genuinely thinks in his head he's right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is like he's like, no, you'll see in the end, I'll be right. But it's like, dude,
Kanye's not a gimmick.
no, he's not.
No.
He's super genuine. That's mental health.
yeah,
get
that's the
checked out.
biggest problem.
Honestly,
I wish I got that when I acted crazy. Oh, he's just being super genuine.
it's like he's a genius. Is what people say about Kanye.
My thing is, he writes music and I fuck a horse and I'm a bad guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's all art.
Well, you want me to tell you why?
That horse was famous.
Because Kanye made Graduation. Okay?
Yeah. One of the greatest albums of all time.
Yeah.
I made Keeneland.
Made Cumberland.
Let's just not fuck
Anyways,
horses.
honestly,
You're right,
like
that took way too much.
I'm really over with the Kanye thing. Like, it's not headline anymore.
He's
like,
static.
Yeah.
It's like, he's like officially gone from like stuck for a week to complete static
Yeah.
in my mind. Because it's like, dude, you're just get it together. I don't
Have
know
you
what to
seen
tell
his
you.
odds for winning president?
Is it up there?
No.
It's so depressingly up there.
I could not believe when I got my mail-in ballot that year that Kanye West is straight up an option.
Dude,
I
let's
could have
all
chose.
four take a vow to vote for him.
I was
for
like-
comedy. For comedy.
right? I mean, if you're not
for
voting
comedy.
red,
Comedy.
yeah, if you're not voting red in the state, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
who
I
you vote
don't
for.
support Kanye, but for
No.
comedy.
That's what I'm doing for Herschel Walker for comedy.
For comedy, exactly.
I want it to be a little close where people are like, we gotta stop allowing this to happen. You know what I
My
mean?
first time voting, I vote Kanye West. That'd be depressing. I would not do that. That'd be the shittiest.
But anyways, on to Elon Musk, like you were saying. So Elon officially buys Twitter. Okay. Within 0.2 seconds of the deal happening, you see the N-word as many times as you've probably seen in your life.
I
on
know.
Twitter.
So was that what that was about? People just making like a joke about it?
No,
Like
no,
kind
no,
of.
no. Okay, so the whole reason why Elon feels the need to buy Twitter is because he believes there's like some censorship that's happening there that's unfair, that's like against what American quote unquote democratic values are.
Elon
And
was not ready for this.
he like has a point in a lot of what he says, and he has ideas for it. Like, I'm okay, it's fine. As a businessman, you do what you want, but like
Then he had to
started
think
off,
about the shareholders.
But he like literally, fired everyone on Twitter, including all the moderators. So it was just a free for all for like a whole weekend. God. It was just a complete free for all. If anyone's saying anything they want, like, people are tweeting stuff like the election was stolen. You know what I'm saying? They're like saying things that you would automatically get banned for before Elon Musk took place. And now they're like, oh, I can finally say the N-word and all this hateful stuff. And it's like, it's so sad that's and I don't think Elon's trying to promote that.
The thing that people were like giddy. Like,
that's
my God.
Exactly. It's like, oh, N-word. It's like, oh, Hitler would have tweeted the N-word today. Like, there's some real disturbing things.
Like we were talking about in the car. Like, why would even
so
say
are those
that
people
word?
being hateful or doing that as a type of comedy?
It doesn't matter.
It's not. But I'm saying to them, like, was that like
that word just shouldn't be fucking said?
It's
and also hating on Jews. What the fuck's the point?
Right? It's like it's what you hate. It's low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I can finally say it. Time to make a joke with the N word. The punchline is literally the N word.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not funny. Yeah, it's just
you know
not.
What I'm saying?
And like, it's disturbing that there are so many people doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't think Elon is wanting to promote that. He's like, of course there's gonna be content moderation. We have to get a team in there. We have to like make it happen. So and there's kind of in between period.
He's just too autistic to realize that was gonna happen.
Yeah, that's possibly it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because
what did we just say about low hanging fruit?
We ain't got no sensors on here, bro.
He's got Asperger's. Okay,
it's a social disformity. It's okay. My nephew has it too.
But no, I when I saw that, I was kind of blown away by it. I was seeing all this stuff on there, and I was like, is there some type of like depth to this that I'm not getting?
That's what's disturbing. Is like there is not. It's because people just want to say it, and they want to say racist things without any consequences. Essentially, what it is. And once again, this is something that everyone should understand. Yeah, you have freedom of speech. You do not have freedom from consequences.
Exactly.
That's just it. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna get what you deserve for what you say.
Yeah.
And whether it's on Twitter, whether it's off of Twitter, it doesn't matter. And like just because he takes over doesn't mean that all of a sudden it's like we can just start saying whatever now. It's like I promise you, it's not going to be the case here soon.
No.
Well, he even said it right away too. He said that no one will be able to say whatever they want.
Yeah, he's like, of course we're not promoting hate speach. Like that's not something that we're trying to do here. But thank God. But also we don't know what he's going to do yet.
He's also got a long history though of he's never said anything crazy on there, but he has blatantly taken sides on some things to where people could mass behind him and find that, because he said this and made fun of this certain situation. Like the time he made, it wasn't even a joke. It was like more of just a poking fun at like the pronoun situation going on.
Yeah.
And it was like the followers he had. So I think he's now kind of getting a taste of like, maybe these aren't the people that I want in my corner. You know what I mean?
It's another Alex Jones situation. You can't choose who follows you. And
that's true. That's true.
Because like as at one end, there's some crazy right-wing conspiracy theorist that loves Elon Musk. And then there's Mr. Beast that loves Elon Musk. And everyone loves Mr. Beast because he's a good guy. Right? So you have the full spectrum. It's just that the crazies have come out now because Elon has like slightly taken a position on the right, so to speak, to be like,
even though he's blatantly said he's moderate and never voted Republican before.
Yeah. And he, I think, is just like, hey, I just don't want people to censor speech that shouldn't be censored.
Yeah.
And like, that's reasonable. I get it. But then there's a story that comes out about Paul Pelosi. You don't know who Paul Pelosi is?
That's Nancy Pelosi's husband.
Nancy Pelosi's husband. Okay. Nancy Pelosi is third in line to the president, essentially. One of the most powerful people in our country, holds lots of, and, has been scrutinized, especially recently, for having a net worth of over $150 million on a $400,000 a year salary. I wonder how that happens, right? But who knows? Everyone should be able to. Yeah. So it's not insider trading. So Paul Pelosi, kind of a wild boy. Let's be real. Paul Pelosi has a.
We should have an MGK button for that. I'm a wild boy. That'd be sick.
Please don't.
Go ahead.
Please.
Paul Pelosi was like, this isn't even the first time he's been in the news like this. Recently, he got like charged with a DUI after driving home drunk from like some vineyard or something, and he was like arrested and put in jail.
Yeah.
He's like 70 something. Okay, wild boy. Anyways,
yeah.
So there's this story that comes out over the weekend where somebody breaks into the Pelosi's home. Nancy's not home at the time. Paul is, and some guy is in there, and it's kind of, the police report is the police arrive, somebody lets them in, and Paul Pelosi and some guy who they found out later, his name is David DePape. I knew you were gonna say that. I literally, as soon as I saw that name, I was like, Hunter's gonna go DePAPE.
That screams hard.
I was like, the first time I read it, I heard it in your voice, literally.
You made it worse bringing it up. We could have talked about it in the car later.
Dude, I'm rock hard after that. Thanks,
I'm glad we have this connection
Yes,
going.
dude.
Gosh damn it.
Hope your dick was out.
Always, baby.
This is now stuck. Thanks to you.
DePAPE.
But okay, so him and Paul Pelosi were fighting over a hammer, allegedly. Like they were like going back and forth with a hammer.
What?
And then the cops are like, "Hey, put that down." And then like DePAPE gets the hammer and then eventually bashes Paul Pelosi's head with it. Like Paul Pelosi had to go to the hospital. Thank God he's okay. Like, you know, but like he was essentially attempted murder.
Do we know
on
whose
Paul
hammer
Pelosi.
was?
No. No. Okay.
What
so
are they
They're
giving
so
away at the
special about
vineyard?
this hammer, bro.
Yeah, I built it while I was there.
You're right. So like there's, you know, okay, so it happens and everyone kind of takes it at face value for about 5 seconds, right? They're like, oh no, he got attacked. I hope he's okay. And then everyone's like, wait a second, you're Nancy Pelosi's husband. Y'all don't have security? You don't have like a Ring camera? Like some average
Right.
American dad has more security in their house than this literal multimillionaire that's like third in line to the president of the United States. So there's a lot of like questions that start popping up.
Who is DePAPE?
Yeah, and they were just like, okay, so what is exactly happening here? Because we looking at David DePape, you look into him and he's a fucking crazy person, essentially, right? And he kind of believes in these crazy right-wing conspiracies. And it doesn't look good for right-wing Republican people when someone with these ideologies goes and attacks somebody and then spreads their ideologies. So for some reason, a rumor starts where this guy, David DePape, maybe he's just Paul Pelosi's gay lover. And everyone's like, yeah, that sounds more reasonable than just a crazy person breaking into someone's house with no security.
Well, 90% of politicians are gay. So
What
makes sense.
happens
That
with
happens,
that?
yeah.
What do we think that is?
Power. Yeah.
Is it a power move?
It's a power move.
It's like in terms of politicians, like and like even like priests and stuff, just to not completely exhausted all things that they could possibly do.
Yeah.
You just get weird, right?
Bro,
You just get some weird shit.
This is just a theory. I'll support it, but I just probably fucking someone in the ass is a power move.
I would say.
Probably
Dave
feel
Chappelle
pretty
said it.
powerful.
Dave Chappelle says most gangster shit in the world.
Why does this make me think of House of Cards?
I've never seen House of Cards.
Well, Kevin Spacey
Is it 'cause of Kevin
definitely
Spacey?
fucked people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Spacey was a trope. Whatever happened to Kevin
Hey,
Spacey?
but actually,
raped somebody.
he was
He got accused
acquitted
of rape.
recently.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
he really?
Yeah. He recently was like, actually, I didn't rape him that bad.
Wrong with that whole thing. Did he get
don't
into
know.
politics before all that got caught up?
Did anyone else just hear a
What'd he say?
Turns out Kevin Spacey like, didn't rape him that bad.
Oh man.
I'm glad I caught that. He was going to totally not bring it back up.
I do this thing when I edit where I like if like someone has a good point and like we're talking over them, I'll just like take everyone else down.
Yeah.
So I'll be sure to take everyone else down just when I say that part, just to be like, hey, I got a joke in there.
Dude, Kevin Spacey got acquitted. Good for that fucking.
I
not
guess.
Well,
really
I
good
don't
for
know if
him.
that's
Not
really
for
good
him.
for him.
Who knows at this point?
Nah, he's a rapist. Fuck him.
But anyways,
Yeah, he seems like a douche.
so
Douche.
within 48 hours of Elon Musk buying Twitter, Hillary Clinton essentially tweets out like, "Oh, I hope that Paul Pelosi's okay. We pray for him and their
Then Hillary
family
Clinton
and
had to
stuff."
put herself in it, so I bet
And
that
then-
sparked everything.
Well, no, and then Elon Musk replies with an article that's like kind of promoting the weird, like, oh, that's actually his gay lover,
Yeah.
like theory of it. And you look at the article and you look at the website, it's just like complete bullshit. It's complete, utter bullshit website that's like only there to peddle clickbait, essentially. And I was like, God damn it, Elon. Like, I'm like willing to give you a chance, and within 48 hours,
I
you're
think he does it on
literally fucking
purpose, though. I think he does it as a joke.
but then he deleted it. Okay, so when you delete it, you realize you've done something stupid, and like
You know why?
you
I
should
know
have
it wasn't
realized
his
that.
boyfriend.
Why?
I know it wasn't his boyfriend because gay people wouldn't fight over a hammer.
What do we think about that?
You know what? What about a screwdriver?
No, they wouldn't fight over any tools.
Why is that? I'm just
You want me to
curious.
say it?
I saw you building this. You felt pretty good putting that up.
It was level. It was level.
So if you guys can see this right now, Brady put a fucking level on this thing to make sure it's sat here. All right. It is a piece of paper with paint on it.
Don't come at me.
I think Brady's trying to judge people's gayness by like how well they are at carpentry.
Yeah.
Brady, you must be gay as fuck, dude.
Bro, did you not see me at this bar complex?
Are you trying to tell us something?
I've never been so flattered with all the compliments, bro.
I didn't get any comment. I was a little butthurt.
Dude,
Nobody knew what the fuck you were.
I literally just noticed this, but I was looking at this Andy Dalton picture. Dude, 21 is caked the fuck up in this. Do you see that? Do you see them cheeks, boy?
Are you attacking my sexuality?
No.
You're gonna comment on a dude's ass?
Are you nervous
that a
right
hand
now?
painted? I've
Are you
never noticed that at all.
A little
Yeah.
nervous.
I would be, dude. Look at them cheeks, boy. He is.
Dude, the rest of the podcast is gonna be like this, talking, just looking at it.
That
Bro,
is a
that
whole
is the
lot of Jersey Mike's.
21.
Dude, that is the
Who
reason
would that be?
why coaches slap ass, dude.
That's what they look for in the combine.
You think you would find a male ass like that and
Maybe we're
not
not real
slap
Bengals
it?
fans.
Oh, damn.
Bro, I'd slap that ass in public.
I don't want a high five. I want a piece of that cheek.
Dude, he is caked up. Anyway, sorry we tangented.
Yeah,
so
that was a hell of a tangent.
Hey, we're trying to
Go ahead.
Can you click the button for
Be
me?
serious.
Let me, hold on, was this?
Yep.
Nope, that's applause. That's also deserving a good applause. That was really good. Cake. I love cake. I like pound cake.
I hate this place. Tangent.
Tangent. I would, lost my train of thought. Karen.
Wow.
That was a mental stroke there.
A rare drop in just like conversation
That
right
was the
there.
first of this podcast.
Yeah.
We never had a rare drop.
All right,
like
we
that.
want to turn that into a little break, or
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I wanted to wrap up this Paul Pelosi thing real quick.
Oh,
I just,
yeah.
I just wanted to, like, I don't know. Like, I hate the fact that, like, everything is just, we just jump to conclusions immediately. Everything with, you know, anything that happens, we immediately have to be, like, there's no objectivity. It's just somebody says, like, oh, what if he's gay? And then everyone's like, you gay.
Yeah, go ahead and put me for that over on that.
Like,
Yeah, that's-
please. Can we not have a serious discussion
They're very
about
quick to talk about that.
why some fucking crazy guy broke into this guy's
Yeah.
house and tried to beat? He was like screaming, "Where's Nancy?" and like beat him with a hammer. Can we not talk about that? Why
Yeah.
is it like
What was
Yes.
his name again? That
this says
David DePape?
The Pape! The Pop.
Yeah, this article says DePape said he intended to confront Speaker Pelosi and to see her willed into Congress with broken kneecaps.
Wow. Well, here's my. People are so blown away by this making other conspiracies.
Jesus.
They didn't call any of those people that stormed Congress a bunch of gay people. You know what I mean? Like meeting up with their gay lovers. Not one person said that shit.
well, it's because they were wearing fur.
But this one, the Pape's coming there and like must be a gay lover, dude. It's just some crazy white
the
dude.
Pape's over here
That's
like,
kind
I'll
of
get 'em break your
Italian.
knee.
That's a
Kneecaps.
European ass name. He's got to be gay.
Yeah, like, but no, none of them other people. They're like, none of them are closeted homosexuals whatsoever, dude. There's no way.
Yeah, it's just as soon as anything happens with the Pelosi or with the Biden or anything, it's all conspiracy theory immediately.
Oh, yeah.
No one's like, oh, it's election time, so all this crazy stuff's gonna happen. It's like, can we not? There's like no way to think clearly anymore.
Yeah.
To just think
No.
objectively. It's just all clouded immediately. Too. That's the thing is how fast it is. Like people waited a while before making 9/11 jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People wait 0 seconds anymore to make any joke at all. And it's like, I get it. Like, you know, some people, like, I do this too, where immediately something bad happens, I have a fucked up thought that I think is funny.
Yeah.
I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I tried to.
I wait a little bit.
Or spit it out on this podcast.
on the podcast. That's right.
Yeah.
In a comfortable setting with my
Yeah.
homies and the rest of the internet.
We tend to still know how to negotiate some of our id and super ego a little bit. You know?
Oh, look at you pulling out the Freudian term. What's the id? Tell me. What is the id?
The id is the iceberg above the water, right? And the super ego is the one underneath.
No, that's literally super ego. Super means above, brother.
Yeah, it's like a big glacier. I
have no idea what
Superman
you're
was
talking
super. He had an ego that was super.
Your
But-
id is essentially all the bad things you think. Your super ego is all like the high attaining standards that you think. And
Yeah.
your actual ego is like where you are, and you have to battle between that.
That's
Essentially,
exactly what I just said.
Yep.
Not at all, bro. You were
The
speaking
icing on the
gibberish
berg
over
is
there.
the shitberg.
The icing on the
You
So-
said iceberg, ego, upper delta. I was like, huh?
Brady, can you say the whole LGBTQ community again?
Good.
LT4X squared.
We don't need to.
Don't fucking come for me, you all. I'll kill you all. I'm sorry, that came out.
Christ.
That was my super ego.
I told you to take a hit of that
Right,
shit.
yeah.
But yeah,
Well, yeah. So, elections next week. About this week when you're going to hear this, but please just have a clear mind.
Very important.
When you go and vote.
And don't vote Herschel Walker.
That too. For you Georgia folks, like, please realize that too much CTE is bad for a person.
You guys,
and it's really bad for a representative.
If
too.
Georgia,
reach
you've
out,
been
y'all
killing it.
down there.
I don't think we have too many people listening from Georgia, but if we do,
Never know, man.
You never know. You guys are doing a great job out there. Keep going the way that you feel like is best for you all, and don't let anyone control y'all, especially Florida too. I think for anyone who's a Rubio fan, you need to look on YouTube. He got embarrassed this week during his debate. Tangent. I'm telling you, bro. You need to look this shit up, dog. Look, it needs to be one of these, dog. Look that shit up, dog.
The efficiency of Brady being able to hit that tangent button.
That was impressive.
After never touching it once on his podcast.
I was impressed.
Hunter, it takes you 90 seconds to hit that button every time.
There's so many buttons, dude. It's like a fucking starship.
Brady's just immediately like,
I'll watch.
But, all right, you all. We're going to take a quick break. Anyone know anything else out here real quick?
Okay, yeah, let's
No,
pay
I'm
some
ready, baby.
bills. We have no sponsors.
Oh, hold on.
Who should we get to sponsor us? Let's think about this real quick. If we wanted anybody in Lexington to sponsor us, who do we want?
Ooh, that's a good
We
question.
go, I think
Anyone in
Purple Haze.
Lexington. Purple Haze.
Bonnie Bay. Purple Haze.
Actually,
That
I'm
noise.
good on Bonnie Bay.
Yeah, Bonnie Bay.
I'm
Yeah.
just looking at, what we get. She's been acting pretty.
We won't
I
get
feel
into
like-
that. I want to
Yeah.
keep buying from her. We don't talk about that.
Yeah, well,
We don't call her crazy on the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah.
it's they don't,
Yeah,
they don't sell
She
the
really
best
is.
disc.
Yeah.
But I don't know. What about? Let me see here.
I don't know.
Do you know what I'd
What
like?
about the dance studio?
Mimi Way, if you ever watch this Aqua Sushi, come sponsor us.
Yeah.
Aqua
Fuck
sushi
yeah.
dope,
Let's
bro.
go.
Or any private contractors, subcontracting
I had some
committee.
sushi on the pod.
Some sushi.
Yeah.
Let's get my brother his home inspection. Think safe. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
I don't know. We had him on the last one. He was a dud.
He was a dud. Bruce, you suck.
He was a big, stupid
dude.
dud.
Found another thing I'm better than you at.
Oh, damn, Bruce. Some brotherly
He was
rivalry here.
He's a
Sibling
BSD. Big, stupid dud.
Dick.
Are you calling my fucking brother stupid?
Oh,
I didn't mean
yikes.
to. I didn't know you were over there. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all
Bro.
right. Don't do it again.
Brady's Vin Diesel over there. You better watch
It's
out.
all about family with me, bro.
It's about
100%.
family.
I'm definitely.
But-
I'm more of like the ludicrous the group, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Every time we get on here, I feel like we're definitely going further right. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Because we support Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, dude. Fast and Furious is known to the Republican Party.
Are we right?
Republicans not about family. That's Democrat as fuck, bro. Are you serious?
I feel like we are borderline right wing just because of the racial makeup of this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
people
yeah.
are gonna see
Yeah,
us and be
that's
like,
true.
"Oh, another right wing podcast."
Yeah.
Right.
And we're over here.
We
Just
get
like,
some points for Brady being albino, don't we?
What?
I think that kind of takes us the other direction.
You see how white these ankles are, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Are albino people black? Is that a thing?
Well, no, they're
Yeah.
they're albino.
They're albino.
Yeah, I
You
know,
can-
but is it in?
you can be from
particularly-
any ethnicity and be albino.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I've only seen people from the black community in. have
I'm
albinism.
white and albino.
You haven't seen an albino
Really?
white dude?
No.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I actually haven't.
You're looking at one.
How the fuck do you know if they're albino?
Look at
They
it.
have no
Literally
pigmentation
no-
in
yeah,
like
like
their
nothing.
eyes and
Neither do you
fingernails and-
guys.
Red eye, well, they have no pigment in their eyes either.
Oh,
so,
okay, okay.
yeah,
I guess
that-
that's it. Yeah,
that
you
makes
Paris-
see a
serious
white
question.
dude. What?
Do you think all white people look the same? Be honest.
I mean,
Be honest. I want you to
I'm
answer
half
truthfully.
white, so
The clock's ticking.
What iceberg do you see in the mirror?
What?
I don't understand it. But I
What
want
is
the answer.
that? Yeah. I see the Asian iceberg. But yeah, I mean, yeah, wait, no, I don't know. I never understood how races just say that about each other. I only think all Chinese people look the same. That's really it.
That's fair. You're allowed to say that.
I'm not, but yeah, I still do though.
Yeah.
I just I mean, yeah, everyone looks different to me.
Well, guys,
never
we're going to be
understood that.
right back
I
with
was gonna say,
some
this
of
is
our
a great
sponsors and
time to
ads,
take a
and
break.
we'll get you guys going. Stay
kept
stuck
going.
in the static, you all. Welcome back, everybody, from our short break. I'm glad you enjoyed all of our delightful sponsors out there. If you guys need anything from anyone that we just had on the sponsor list, give us some sponsors. Once again, the jokes are going to get better as time goes, folks. Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, can't wait to get the 0 messages about our sponsors that don't exist.
Can't wait to read them with you guys.
But coming up on this part, as we start finishing up our delightful episode here, we have a news from, I believe it was the New York Post.
Okay, yeah. So another Twitter news. New York Post Twitter got hacked last week. This was just a little
unbelievable.
This is a very static thing, but it was kind of funny, right? They started tweeting stuff like we should kill all union teachers or something. Just wild.
Oh my god,
that's a lot,
right? They were
that's
like, we need to assassinate AOC for America or something.
Yeah.
Some guy just went on there and just hacked it and did some crazy shit. Here's this funny thing about the New York Post, right? The New York Post was like a secondary to the New York Times because the New York Times was like the legit newspaper.
Right.
And the New York Post was kind of like the Onion of the time when they first got it. But now that like they're legacy establishment media, they're like legit news now. So, you see a New York Post article, you give it some credibility. And just to see that get hacked, it just brings some joy to my heart, honestly. just to see powerful institutions get hacked.
To me, the funniest part is that it was an employee too. Like,
Was it really?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at this story closely. That's hilarious. He just had the Twitter account. It's like, fuck it.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going for gold. Like I'm seeing how viral I can make myself.
If y'all could hack any like huge establishment Twitter, what would it be?
the Lumber Lounge. From last
I believe you.
the Lumber
I
Lounge.
believe you.
Bro,
You've been very far right tonight. That's a very far right answer.
you want to hear another one? I'd hack Pfizer and just be like, psych.
That's right.
I know what that means.
Come on, dude.
Pfizer,
Damn.
like the sunglasses.
What?
I'm thinking of visors.
Yeah. This ADHD runs deep.
Visors are hats. Visors are hats.
I know. But yeah, Pfizer, like the
company that makes Viagra.
the medicine, the medicine.
Yeah.
They don't represent us.
But Brady, you were telling us over there. What do you got for us going on? You said you had something earlier.
I did.
Okay. Yeah, you did.
I did.
You're so
Apparently
aggressive
you did,
about it.
yeah.
Guys,
Same way you put on that pajama outfit you got on over there.
don't hate on the
Punk and-
Playboy sweatpants.
I'm just glad you finally put on those Skechers slides again. I fucking miss those bad
It's
boys.
been a while.
Yeah.
It's been 2 episodes.
Well,
He's rocking the Hugh Hefners.
I look fly as fuck right
You
now,
do.
bro.
It looks like there's a Zyn can on your knee right now.
There's not.
There's like a circular.
Yeah, dude.
It's just like,
It's a knee brace.
he's
okay.
I got bad knees from years of sucking
Right.
dick.
What Zen doesn't tell you is if you Zen too much, your patella will turn into a Zen container. I just pull it straight from there, straight to lip action.
You done?
Yeah, I got it.
Do you feel better?
I feel-
Did
I
you get
looked-
that off your chest?
I looked in your eyes the whole time. Just
I know
waiting
you.
for
I
you.
looked in your eyes too. We connected.
Don't want that
man.
again. I'll bust.
We have really good chemistry.
Clearly.
But
I hate this place.
Yeah,
Don't watch our podcast.
I guess
Brady's changed ever since he saw Hunter jerking it.
Bro, we connected that day.
Yeah.
That's static.
Yeah,
that's stuck.
that's
That's stuck
stuck.
as
yeah,
fuck.
that is
You're really
definitely
stuck.
stuck. That's a Sigmund Freud
That's
stuck.
bro.
Yeah.
Sigmund and Freud jerked off around each other all the time. That's why the tiger got angry and ate one of them.
Oh, I was talking about the
What?
I was wait.
What are you talking about?
Wait,
What?
I was
That's a conspiracy.
Did I say the right Sigmund Freud? Did I say that right?
I know.
Sure.
I know about Sigmund and
Yeah.
Freud.
Wait, who's the
That's more
psychologist?
Sigmund Freud's more like you want to fuck your mom, but you know,
No,
you want to be
Sigmund Freud-
bros about it.
No,
That's cool.
No, he's
Freud,
talking
the
about-
magicians with the tiger.
Yeah.
And the tiger ate one of them.
It was it Siegen and Freud?
Shut the fuck up.
No.
It was Sigmund and Freud.
But he's also a famous psychologist.
Is he?
Did they really?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking of the magicians with the fucking tiger.
Now you got me confused.
Wow.
I don't know what.
That was Sigmund and Freud, wasn't it? You're talking about
no.
psychologists.
What tiger fucked who?
Yeah, what tiger?
That famous group of magicians in Las Vegas for
Yeah,
years.
the one that got mauled.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
The
He got mauled
what?
by a tiger.
They were called Sigmund and Freud.
Pretty sure they
No.
were Sigmund and Freud.
What?
Are you sure it's not Barnum and Bella? Like,
Yeah,
what are
I
you
think-
sure?
No, Barnum and Bailey is a circus that
yeah.
travels the country.
By
Yes.
the way, has anyone ever
Circus.
been to a Cirque du Soleil? That shit is awesome.
been to-
Circus Soleil's in
I'm
Vegas.
not.
You've never been to that.
Yeah, we built one in front of Malone's.
No, they traveled.
Yeah.
Oh my god! What?
Shut the fuck up.
We did, dude. So you guys all know.
didn't.
So we did out here in Kentucky. Our restaurant built a whole portable outdoor tent with
To feed y'all.
TVs, trees, heaters that burn multiple coats, TVs,
sound system, like
dude.
they hooked it.
While it was snowing, I had the SA covering the tray with an umbrella as I was walking it out there, breaking my ass, dude. It was fucking nuts.
Me and my buddies went there the very first night of the tents to eat. I did too. Still, and I was so cold. I had my beanie on, full coat, eating a ribeye, a crab leg.
Brady's out there trying to enjoy his bourbon and Coke. Like,
I was like, this wild turkey's good, more ice.
No, I thought low key we were gonna get some acrobats out there, dude. I know I was out there doing the dance. Jesus Christ. Maybe it is Sigmund and Freud.
I think it's Sigmund and Freud.
Why we have a computer? Why don't we ever look shit up, dude? Look at the.
Look that shit up, dog.
Look that.
That's right.
Look.
Yeah. I clicked the right one again. I clicked the right one again.
He did it.
I pay attention.
But in some housekeeping
I think
stuff,
you're talking about Siegfried.
Oh, it was Siegfried and Roy.
Siegfried and Roy. Okay.
You little dingleberry.
Wow, I'm such a slut, guys. My bad.
Yeah.
Sigmund Freud.
Because I was like, what do I look up? And I was like, oh, wait, I know this.
Siegfried and Roy. Wow, I look like an idiot now.
Dude, I do that all the time.
Did you say What? I don't even know what you said now.
Sigmund Freud.
Did he fuck his mom?
No,
no,
oh my God.
He just thinks that everyone wants to.
That's fucking.
He's got like the
that's a theory of his.
Like
he's a psychologist.
He's the guy that pretty much said that if you were breastfed too long or too little, you have these problems, and then you have the asphyxiations.
He's
and
the father of modern psychology.
I would much rather talk about the magicians with the tiger.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be a hell of a lot better of a show.
That's way better of a show. I'd much rather see those people.
I'm not trying to lie. There's a tiger interviewing
You guys listen
me.
to a guy talk about people fucking their mom.
This was forever ago. This was forever ago. This wasn't like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
this
wrote
happened.
Psychology.
Well, this was too.
Yeah.
No.
That motherfucker got mauled by a tiger a grip ago.
Sigmund Freud didn't believe that smart people could be addicted to things, so he did a lot of cocaine. He was just like,
I'm not
I can't be
addicted.
addicted.
I can't.
I'm too smart to be
The guy
addicted.
who said everyone wants to
Fuck their mom?
roots of their mom.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Well, and to be
Yeah,
fair,
so
though,
they may be connected. If you
Possibly.
the cocaine and his theories might be connected.
when I tell you this too,
I'm never doing cocaine again.
think about how deep people are in your conversations when they're in cocaine. Maybe
Exactly,
he was
yeah.
onto something there.
I've been in some deep combos on that.
You get talking about shit that you don't even know about. Like,
Yeah, dude. I'm like,
and
what did I
you're
tell you?
invested. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if Sigmund had a phone and texted, dude. Shit would have been over.
Oh yeah, it would have been.
Siegfried and Roy did a lot of blow. They lived in Vegas with a fucking tiger.
They had a white
In
albino
Vegas,
tiger.
in Vegas, yeah, come on.
Dude,
Yeah,
this
you got-
portrait of them with just sitting in a fucking like photo booth with like
God,
a tiger.
They're the only three that could take on DK Metcalf.
It was a different time.
I could see it.
Okay,
was the
but
best of
hold on.
times.
The juxtaposition of this picture to
Get him with
this.
the word, though.
What did you say?
Yeah.
Juxtaposition.
We've already helped you figure out what this word was a couple weeks
Well,
ago.
help me again. I forgot.
Juxtaposition.
That's what I said. What does it mean?
It's like a stark. Jesus, I'm using big words now. It's like a stark contrast between two different things, and you try to make it similar.
Well, let's look at the juxtaposition of this.
The just depiction.
Paris, I think we can officially say there that our podcast makes people smarter.
I would say so.
Yeah.
We're an educational
I've
podcast.
learned a lot, man. I learned tonight that Siegfried and Roy had the tiger, not Sigmund and Roy.
Not Sigmund and Freud.
Yeah, Sigmund and Freud. That was a shitty magician group. Siegfried and Roy's way doper. They have a fucking white
Whatever
albino
happened?
tiger.
Whatever happened to Chris Angel Mind Freak, dude? I used to think of that.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
That
don't.
shit in the world.
Because like David Blaine's still around. Where did that man go?
dude.
David
if
Blaine is a demon. First off,
Chris-
Oh yeah, 100%.
Chris Angel was cutting people in half in Central Park, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Chris
they were
Angel-
they were letting this dude get his fucking comeuppance.
Chris Angel shit was so fake. I never forget this one time he pulled a car to this dude's head by cutting it open. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Oh,
Is this your car?
No.
I swear to God, I'll never forget that. There's
There's-
the same episode he walked on water.
Yeah, there's no way any random stranger is gonna let you cut into their forehead. Like,
yeah, he
no,
got people
there's
that were
no
way too eager.
chance.
Hey, you mind if I take this box cutter to your
Yeah, it's like-
cheekbone?
It's like, let me prove this isn't staged. Holy shit. Let me
know
prove
how-
this isn't staged. I'm going to walk up to some random stranger who's going to let me cut into their forehead.
Well,
Get
dude,
the fuck out of
he
here.
had a lot of
I
rings
know
on.
Chris Angel's fake and David Blaine's real. Chris Angel, every episode, every stunt. I want you to ask everybody here, are you guys actors? Are you guys actors?
Yeah.
Are you he makes sure everyone knows, hey, I'm not an actor. He only asks like 3 people.
Yeah.
3 people he asks.
David Blaine's like,
David Blaine.
let me just do what the fuck I'm
David
gonna
Blaine's
do
like, watch
and
this
blow
demonic
your
magic I sold
fucking
myself for. He's
mind.
gonna summon a fireball.
Imagine the people that were out there in Central, like the actors that got their choice. Okay, so your big acting role is going to be, I am not an actor. All right.
And if Chris Angel says bend over, do it.
Yeah. Are you any of you here an actor? Yes. Fuck. You know what I mean? Line.
Dude, I watched Chris Angel on an episode of MTV Cribs, and I've never wanted to be a magician so bad in my life after that because he's got the fattest house. It
Dude,
angers
literally
me.
the only house that like compared to his was probably the dude from Jack White. Jack White's got the same fucking house as Chris Angel, bro.
Luda's was cool as shit too.
Have you seen
Luda
Dr.
had the
Phil's house?
money back then. Like,
Yeah, dude.
Luda was the man then.
He had
I'm gonna
the,
help you out. 'Cause
he had
there's a
the-
house you guys have to see.
He had the music video where they just had big hands in it. I don't know why that
Sorry.
stuck with me so much.
What? You're over here looking up whose house right now?
Guys, the dopest celebrity house on the internet is Dr. Phil's. Look that shit up.
What?
Dr. Phil's house.
Shit.
Look that shit up, dog.
Yeah.
Dr.
look at
Phil
that.
has fucking snakes for his stale rail.
Yeah, excuse me. What is this?
Dr. Phil's house is fucking sick.
Whoa.
Look that shit up, dog. Okay, there's something going on.
that
with it.
shit up,
What the?
dog.
Whoa.
Click it, stuck.
The ghosts.
That thing was
are-
stuck in the static.
Look at this shit. It looks like something from Lord of the Rings.
Like the
That doesn't even
bar
look like a
stools.
house. What
Look
is
in
this?
the background. Look, he has a gun wall in the background of this fucking
my
Lord
God,
of the Rings
he really
fairy tale
does.
house.
It won't even zoom in anymore.
Like
This
I
is
said
like some
before,
Mission
man.
Impossible house right here.
Quote me on this. I said it before. Dr. Phil's the king of throwing out L's, bro. Look at this fucking house. That's what
What?
throwing out L's get you.
What is? Well, how many
Dude,
people?
the bar stools are just mind-boggling to
That's
me.
bad
It's like
baby
a
money right there.
Stump with.
Dr. Phil's done a lot of acid in his lifetime. He's done a lot of acid, bro. Look at this shit.
How do you think he's so wise? Come on now.
That's a good point. He is the wisest person I know.
Yeah, dude. You look just like.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Dude.
So today we're going to take a tour of my house on MTV Cribs here.
What is this?
Look at that shit, bro.
Dr. Phil has that shit. Okay, so for all the people listening, what we're looking at right now is Dr. Phil's house. It's just chromed out.
If you guys don't know, I'm a huge Dr. Phil fan.
There's massive.
Love Dr. Phil.
Just if you're a kid in this house, everything you need to wear a helmet or some type of protective equipment because
so on
there's
this
just
wall, I have an M4 attached with a 5.62 grip. It's real nice.
That wall looks like it like turns around and like is it like
Yeah,
out
right.
on the other
It
side?
It looks like it's your entire arsenal of Call of Duty weapons.
let's-
Like, that's what it
legit.
looks like.
his
What the
house makes me
fuck?
want to know bigger words.
What
Like,
is this?
Yeah, you guys are welcome.
what is this? What is his mind? Maybe he is Sigmund and Freud.
Well, in this room right here, I like to go and smoke a few bowls and watch Ren and Stimpy. People don't know that about Dr. Phil, but Dr. Phil likes Ren and Stimpy a whole lot. Oh,
It's just and the thing is, he's got the furniture like my grandma wore. None of it looks comfortable, and none of it is comfortable.
we're back
What
to
the
my,
hell
we're back
is
to my
this?
living room. If you can't tell, I
Look at
do
that
drink,
chandelier.
and I watch a lot of Lord of the Rings. With
That
the-
is
I
wild.
bought every one of these elk horns from Joe Rogan. I just decided to make them into stairs instead.
I actually bought this chandelier from George R.R.R. Martin from the set of Game of Thrones. They never use it though, if you can't tell.
Dude, he looked like he was obsessed with steampunk.
Yeah, Dr. Phil did that.
What the hell is this? Does that say something?
Bro, he's going mushrooms.
Is
in
that
there.
no? I think that's one of those like neon signs that I think it's letters. I can't read it.
Was it say "Cash me outside"? Bro,
He does not
he's
speak
definitely
of her.
he's definitely getting some money, some kickback
First
money
off,
from
y'all,
finding this bitch. Yeah.
100,000%.
Right.
Mo hunted.
Dude, Dr. Phil, like I
this
said,
house
man,
though.
dude, Dr. Phil's the goat,
Look
bro.
at this shit.
King of throwing out L's. I could watch Dr. Phil all day.
I don't even know he's got a. How does he even
What
have
is
that
this?
attitude? What? Look at the bedroom, dude.
Oh my
Well, in
god.
this bedroom right here is where me and my
That's
fucking...
like a theater room.
I
Like
think
that's
that's a
a big
Godfather
ass
playing.
fucking
Yeah,
couch.
right. It's like
This is where I like to really
watch.
interview my patients.
It's on his purple couch. Oh, the only movie we're watching here is The Godfather 2.
I really like to watch The Godfather. It's a pretty good movie. It's better than the second one. Third one, I don't remember that well, because my mustache got big in that time, but it was a
Hey,
good one, the first
Hey,
one.
cut the shit.
You like my Dr. Phil impression? I've really been working on it.
I feel like that was Brady giving us a synopsis of how he feels about the Godfather. Don't give me that look.
Godfather's fire.
Godfather's a great movie.
You come to me.
I don't watch many movies. I've seen The Godfather.
Come to me. I'm a John's wedding.
Did you make you an offer you can't refuse, man?
Like, he's way before my time, and that's still my favorite actor of all time.
Marlon Brando? Or Dr. Phil?
Well, guys, instead of going through...
I was talking about Al Pacino.
Al Pacino kills that movie, bro.
That guy, yeah.
Well, you all, if we have no other housekeeping or houses to look at here...
you didn't like the tour of Dr. Phil's house?
No. I love the tour.
Bro, that's what... Have you ever watched Dr. Phil's show?
I've seen Dr. Phil's show. I wish he made his set look
Bro,
like
all
like
he
that.
does is shit on people.
Why are we not having the show in his house is what I'm trying to say.
Why don't we have Dr. Phil
True.
playing in the
You know what I
background?
mean?
I think we should have Dr. Phil playing in the background of our podcast.
Or
I'm just going to say
Maury.
it.
Maury would be cool too.
Fuck Maury. That's gimmick.
That's trashy.
That's It's gimmick. I love Maury. Don't get it twisted. I love Maury.
I thought you were into trashy.
I am. That's why I love Maury. But Maury's a gimmick. Dr. Phil's some real shit, bro. He throws out L's like a motherfucker.
Shit. Well, you guys, this is Stuck in Static. Does anybody have anything else they want to throw out there at all? Yes, Brady, you over there.
Me?
Yeah.
Also really like Judge Mathis.
Nice.
Judge Mathis is good too. His story is awesome. Stop getting me off.
Let's look at his house. Sorry, I'm done.
I was gonna say there was a somebody from Lexington, Kentucky, making some headlines recently in the comedy world. I don't know if you saw this. Ariel Elias, Lexington, Kentucky native.
Was that the girl that had stuff thrown at her?
Yeah, she had a beer thrown at her on stage for some political reason. I don't know. She was just doing comedy. Somebody got real butthurt about something.
Unacceptable. It's bullshit.
And threw a beer at her, and she it gets thrown at her. She dodges it, and she picks it up and chugs it, and goes viral for it.
Let's go.
That's some Kentucky shit right there, baby.
Bro.
That's awesome. Do we have her name on there? I'm gonna give her a shout out.
But Ariel Elias, yeah. So she started in Lexington, and then from that clip, she actually got a 5-minute spot on, I think, Kimmel or one of those late night shows.
That's awesome, dude.
She repped a
good for her.
She repped a Kentucky shirt as she was doing it, and had a little 5-minute set. She's lots of Jewish jokes. Timely, I guess.
Yeah. We see her set. It's just rough.
I love how we just got done being like, why would you make anti-Semitic jokes? And we're like, look at this comedian makes Jew jokes. Rep her.
She's funny though. She's got some solid jokes for sure, and she just crushes this, man. Somebody's like, "Did you vote for Donald Trump?" She's like, "What?
If her jokes have made somebody this mad, I've got to see her. Like,
look at her.
That means she's good.
Yes, dude, she's killing that shit.
If she's making people that mad, she's a good comedian.
Right.
Like, period.
To get that angry to throw a beer that you just paid $12 for, it's just, I've never been that angry.
In New York City.
If I ever want to throw something, I would halfway cock back and be like, nah, dude, I just paid $15.
Let me drink a little more of this.
It's a 2-drink. It's a 2-drink cover to even get food here.
Right. Yeah, this is in New York, though, so they're taxing the hell out of some alcohol.
Oh, dude. You know, in New York, too, I didn't know this, so whenever you go there, we didn't know this when we first went up there, no matter what tab you have, no matter how many people, it has to be all on one check.
What?
So Venmo and stuff all kind of started up there, and that's where it all came from because everyone, they started it to where everyone had to pay on one tab.
That actually makes sense as to why Venmo,
now being a server, though.
Well, that's old school values.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Well, being a server, though, when I hear that, when I have to split up a check for 14 old women and their kids, I'm fucking furious. So when I was out there asking for them to cut up a check of 4, I was losing. I was definitely pulling my Kentucky shit. I was like, what the fuck you mean you can't split up the check? You know what I mean? I'll come over there and I'll split up on the POS. And then they're like, sir, none of it. And then I found out at the 5th restaurant we went to where I made a scene that everyone does that.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So, just in case you ever go to fucking...
shout out Ariel Elias, you're crushing it. I think there's one last thing that we can talk about because that's news today is that rapper Offset was murdered.
Oh, yeah.
R.I.P. Offset. If you guys are Migos fans, I mean, he was a pivotal part.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just crazy to see that, this is multiple rappers this year have died.
Yeah.
From just senseless violence for really, I don't know, no reason. Offset was in a dice game that went bad.
Oh my God.
And what a waste of just
word on the street is Quavo started the shit, which it doesn't matter who started the shit. You shouldn't kill someone over a dice game.
Yeah, it's
that's
dice.
stupid.
It's money.
It's money, bro.
That's
right?
snake eyes right there.
But dude. I mean, it's him, then PNB Rock earlier this year, and then
PNB Rock did get killed.
Yeah.
Fuck,
over he was
PNB
eating
Rock.
chicken and waffles, and he had some chains on.
Shop.
It's really, it sucks to see, man. It's just like, I guess like when you make that kind of music, you just attract that kind of attention. I don't know what it is. Like, are they trying to? I don't see themselves like they're trying to prove themselves to some random people out here.
Well,
like,
man,
it's like random senseless violence.
Well,
I
I think we also got to acknowledge the fact they were putting themselves in situations that probably not all of them, but they're throwing dice, and it seems like they were betting large amounts of money.
guess.
I feel like rappers nowadays are constantly getting their gangster checked. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like back in the 90s where you had Death Row Records and Suge Knight and Tupac and Biggie. Like, back in the 90s, rap was like, Suge Knight.
Well, that's the weird comparison they're doing.
East
is
Coast
that
versus West Coast. We were getting killed over it.
Well, yeah, but here are the things people are saying. Back then, they're all saying it was harder, it was more lethal and stuff. But look at this shit today. Maybe it's just because we hear about it more often, because maybe it could have been happening back then.
It's
but
different because it's like senseless today. Like
Today?
in the back.
Well, the shit back then was senseless too.
It was, but like it was about like rap beef. It was like
it
musically
was more
related.
vocal.
Not that it's okay, but like now it's just like people getting murdered
How
while
is
getting
69
chicken.
still alive? That's what I'm.
6'9"?
Yeah.
You said 6'9".
69.
6'9" is a position that people do when they enter in love.
I'm just saying, man. I just like I heard that dude some Rico shit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how that man. Don't let him near a dice game or some chicken and waffles, because this shit is gonna get fucking capped.
Is it bad when I read the thumbnail of Takeoff getting killed? I was like, thank God it wasn't Offset. Is that bad?
I literally said earlier today, I was like, yeah, Offset got killed. My girl was like, no, he didn't. Like, that was not
You were like,
Offset.
thank God.
And I was like, oh, yeah.
Well, low key, I thought.
But no.
I was telling you guys this earlier. I thought Takeoff. I thought they were saying like planes have been grounded for some reason. So
You're
I was
embarrassing the white race.
I was just really confused on what was going on, dude.
You're making us look less cool when you say that.
I was just. Hey, but R.I.P. though, for sure. That sucks to see.
It's
that.
just-
Yeah, man, that's any human life getting taken is not okay. It's depressing. It's sad.
Well, and didn't Quavo get shot too?
he probably got shot at.
Probably,
Yeah, he probably got shot
No,
at. Or shot.
I'm pretty sure it said that.
Bro,
I'm pretty sure it said that Takeoff was dead and one of the other two was in the hospital because of
it
the
probably
same
was Quavo
incident.
because apparently Quavo's the one that's.
Okay.
What I've been told, I haven't read the full story. I'm not going to ask like I know anything about this. Word on the street is Quavo started the shit talking because they were running low on money in this dice game.
Oh,
So
how you running low on money as the
man.
egos?
like
well, but I
Bad
mean,
and
that's
Bougie just
cash.
made you
Like,
50
I
million.
guess,
like
yeah.
that's. I mean, a game like that, you're playing cash, so I'm sure. It was,
How much money are they playing for though?
Oh,
Like,
I can't even imagine.
Is it like a couple
If you-
grand?
Yeah,
Like,
if you've got money to blow
couple
like
grand,
that, like,
but
yeah.
like they're getting killed over it. That's so great.
and
okay,
plus, too,
but
man, they have
think
that-
about it this way. That kind of money is nothing to them, but I'm sure the people
Right.
they were playing against, that money is that's a lot of fucking money to them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Plus,
mean?
too, like I said, modern day rappers, man, are constantly getting their gangster check.
Oh,
that
100%.
That shit wouldn't happen in the
It-
90s.
man, that's
That shit wouldn't happen in the 80s.
No, I'd say that would happen in the 90s, but I just feel like it was a different.
No, they would get killed because someone dissed them in a song over a bad dice game.
yeah, they're not playing dice with each other.
Yeah, exactly,
That's for
yeah.
sure.
I feel like there was
Tupac-
more dice going on.
No,
in the
bro.
90s.
One of my favorite rapper stories of all time is Snoop Dogg talking about y'all know Nas.
Yeah, yeah.
Nas, one of the biggest rappers of all time. Well,
Yeah.
I'm a huge Nas fan because I'm not like East Coast, West Coast. I listen to both. Snoop Dogg was talking about how one time Nas, there was this like big music event going on, and there was West Side, East Side. Everyone's like coming together, yada yada yada. Well, Nas walks up to Tupac and Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg and Tupac were best friends. And
Oh, this is a story I know where he's rolled the squad.
yeah, they're with each other's squads, and it's Snoop Dogg talking about how gangster Nas is, and Nas is walking up with a bunch of people with guns and shit, but no one's pulling guns or nothing. And he was talking how Nas like knows a lot of people and shit. Well, anyways, Nas walks up to Tupac and is like, "Man, I love you, Tupac. I'm a big fan, love your music." And Tupac responds with, "I've dissed you, I've dissed Jay-Z, I've dissed Biggie, I've dissed all these people. You're a punk ass bitch. Like, fuck you. Why are you being nice to me?" And Nas just shakes his head and goes, "Dang, man, I love you. That sucks to hear. I'm not going to diss you," and hugs him and walks away. Tupac looks at Snoop Dogg and says, "Well, I just punked that motherfucker. Did you see I punked him?" Snoop Dogg like, "No, he just let us off."
yeah.
He was like, I see it. Snoop Dogg said in his head, he saw it as, he just let us off. That was the most gangster thing Snoop Dogg ever saw.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being the bigger man in that situation.
Being the bigger man, be like, "That sucks to hear you hate me, man, because I love you," and
Snoop-
walks away.
Because Nas knew he
That
had the
same-
connections
Nas
to be
knew.
like,
And Snoop Dogg in his head's going, "Nas just let us off, thank God."
Well,
'Cause, like,
and Snoop also credits that moment for being one of the reasons why like he kind of veered off from the gang activity that he was involved in and stuff, because he realized that is being a man.
That's power.
That is power.
Yeah.
It's not
Nas
shooting
was
somebody
manly
on
enough,
spot. It's not doing all this quote unquote gangster shit. It's owning, okay, you hate me, I'm over it.
Yeah.
We're cool. Bye.
That's very manly.
Another
Yeah.
video that popped up recently that I saw was kind of the same thing with the RICO activity that's been hitting all these rappers hard.
Yeah.
With all of them going to jail for the racketeering and stuff, which supposedly. And Jay-Z, they were asking Jay-Z, like, how do you not get caught up in this? And like, do you not feel like your lyrics may be like promoting some of this activity? He goes, no, my lyrics were telling people to get away from this activity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why you don't see Snoop Dogg involved in this stuff.
No.
You don't see Kendrick or J. Cole involved in this stuff. Like, their music doesn't really kind of reflect that. And like, and they're not in the situations where they're about to be murdered.
It's telling the story about it. It's telling a story.
But it's looking from the outside in. It's realizing that you can understand that part of life without being a part of it.
But then again, you see stuff like drill rap where it's so popular.
And it's just that is a
What's drill rap?
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's just straight
British.
shoot it like
British.
kill like
Okay.
Well, we
Like
talked about this
Suicide
with
Boys and
O-Block.
shit.
Remember we talked about O-Block, and like it was a similar thing where they're literally talking about how they killed this person. And, like, the music goes super hard because it's all real. It's super raw.
Yeah.
And like they go viral on it. They're on No Jumper interviewing with Adam 22, and then the next week the guy's dead because he's in this culture of like the rap is life.
Yeah,
right.
That's what real life is.
Exactly, and it's popular. So the allure of it is that, like, well, you want to be successful, but obviously you don't have to do that. But it's just crazy to see, like, there's people like this that are trying to make it in the rap world, like going hard on, like, being aggressive and violent and whatnot. And then you have like Lil Yachty recently released a song that's popping off everywhere. Have you heard Poland?
I don't listen to Lil Yachty.
It's a minute and 20-second song.
I was gonna say it's just been on memes.
Okay,
like that's
fair
all
enough,
it is.
fair
And it's
That's
like
all it is.
people love it, and all it is the hook. It's just him going, "I took the one to Poland."
Yeah,
And like,
what?
dumb as
That's
shit.
catchy.
It's really catchy.
catchy,
It's
but it's
super catchy. It's
dumb
a
as
minute
shit.
and 20-second song.
What?
It's barely a song, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's
But-
what you can do now. That's have you seen how some artists are getting kind of pissed off? Not really. I don't know if pissed off's the right word, but how their careers have been kickstarted again through TikTok videos.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
some of them are just dumbfounded on how it's just the one like 30-second clip of their songs.
one of the biggest trends I've seen here recently is people showing like younger, like teenage to early college age people Blink 182 and then being
not
like,
knowing, yeah.
it's like how
They
the
don't know the actual
fuck?
artist.
Yeah, it's
When
Let's not get caught in the boomer shit where it's like, you don't know Alice in Chains,
well,
right?
no,
It's like,
it's just, I'm just
Alice in
saying,
Chains
like,
had one
but
good
they know,
song.
the whole.
Blink is kind of part of that movement where they're like, what the fuck? Like, how are we trending because people don't know who we are?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, I'm sorry.
it's kind of like an ironic twist.
I gotta backtrack. I thought you said Allison Cooper. Allison Chains is a banger. They have a lot of good songs. Alice Cooper had one good song. Once I realized what was that, I couldn't leave the podcast.
Alice in Chains,
with-
yeah. That's a different. for
Alice
sure.
Chains,
But-
phenomenal band, one of my favorites. Alice Cooper had one good song.
But it is kind of like it is kind of the big thing that was stated before to when with iTunes when you could you had to buy music or buy the album and stuff like that. I, as a big music fan, and Paris, I feel like, because you were so integrated with music and stuff too, so I don't know how you feel about what I'm about to say, but I feel like with albums and stuff, it is basically an artist basically telling you their diary, because it is a very emotional thing that you're doing as an artist. So when you pick and choose these songs, not to mention when it's just the chorus and you don't even know the artist, it's kind of I feel like it is a slap in the face.
Dylan
to
first,
go-
then Brady.
To go along with that, I want all three of you this week to listen to JID's newest album front to back, because as far as like storytelling, it's one of the purest albums I've heard in a long time. Like, he just tells the story of who he is, why he is that way, what stories led to that point, and it's his life story in a very simple and like easy to take in form. Like, he's an incredibly talented artist.
Well, yeah, like music used to be like we used to consume music in album form. Like an album was one unit of like consumption, and now, like you said, like people can go viral off a hook, and then they'll get all the success off a hook. Then they'll be put on the stage to perform. And it's like
and they suck.
Yeah, it's like these aren't real like musicians yet. Right. Like they didn't get the time to develop or anything. They just got popular.
That happened to this musician recently. Actually, I'm not going to get into the whole. I don't know.
Well, do you remember the one? It's like
I saw TikTok of it.
It's like that one where it's like what is it? It's like
You think I'm feeling you?
No, it's like
Get you a munch.
What?
Y'all learn,
what is the one called where it's like it had
me some Ice
dude,
Spice.
Ice Spice I think is like but she's a performer. Like she's pretty solid.
She's good.
Yeah, she's like good at what she does. But she blew up recently because like she has this song called Munch, and like like the hook, that's all I know is like, you think I was feeling you? Bitch you a munch, but she used the N-word. I can't say that. But like it's a super solid like song, but she blew up just from this, and she's like big now. I mean, like people are like putting her up there, like she's like the next like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or something, right? Yeah. So I mean, like at some level, like it does help some people just have a good solid hook, but like others,
I went back and listened to that "Bitch Come and Go," bruh. But I stay. And then, dude, I looked up because I was like, that was pretty, like, I kind of liked it.
The trend.
Yes.
I've never heard the song.
Really. Yeah. I went back and looked at his album. It is trash, dude. The whole rest of the song is terrible, dude.
Yeah.
But it's those
I thought about that about Astro World of Travis Scott. Like the first like 30 seconds are like, oh yeah, that's hype. And then it's like horrible bars off of the same beat. I'm not a fan of
Travis Scott.
And I was just like,
I don't understand how he's popular, I'll be honest.
It's just,
it's like a hype culture.
Yeah,
is that what it is?
Yeah, it definitely, because for the longest time ever,
Crunk.
do you remember when ASAP Rocky would get angry and Travis Scott would get angry because people kept confusing them?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
During that whole time period,
they got the same hair and shit.
Well, it's like ASAP, for instance. I remember I used to listen to all ASAP. Dude, all
ASAP Ferg, bro. I love his ASAP.
The album LSD, dude. Oh, dude, that shit was
that entire album.
Oh, dude, but it's stuff like that where I was singing above. So it's like, I think with this music now, it has so much more of an impact, because when you do have artists that put everything on the line and they make it through, the endeavors and the deals and all this shit, like these guys playing dice and stuff like that. It is not a game. It's not a hook. It's not just a one verse. It's not a song you just pick off on there. This is like shit that has gotten
it's real. Yeah.
It's real shit. And that's why rap music, and that's why hip hop changed to more of in my opinion, to more of a rap, because people were looking for more and more of the experience that they've never had before. Right. You know what I mean?
That's a interesting point to bring up, because like it is genuine. But should we enjoy genuine life experiences that result in the death of many people?
Right. Here's my thing is, I think guys like Cole and Kendrick have proven that you can take those same stories and make a point that can be perceived by anybody based on the things they've gone through, not necessarily going through the same things, but you can make a larger point.
Yeah.
While telling those stories, and your music be far better than only relating to people that know those stories.
Well, and I think it's intelligence too. I think it's intelligence and interconnectivity with like yourself in that aspect, to where you are separating yourself from that type of lifestyle.
Yeah, that's fair, because guys like Cole are so self-aware, and they know their own thought processes, and so
when you see a lot of these people that stay. Like think about the guys that we grew up with that have still stayed in it for so long. We just talked about ASAP. Yeah. A lot of people don't know ASAP, but remember when he came out into hip hop, he was the new thing. You know what I mean? And think he's already been around for 10 plus years now.
Long live ASAP.
You know what I mean? So it's like one of these things to where it's like everyone.
I don't know, because like think about Kendrick's last album, Mr. Morale and the Big Stepper. It's like,
it's all right.
I like the album.
I liked it.
It is typical Kendrick, but like it's not popular because it's not. I don't know if he's too removed from like the lifestyle.
I think that he went super conceptual with that album. And so if you were a fan of Kendrick already, you appreciated it for what it was. Yeah. And if you weren't, then it didn't vibe with you. But I don't think, I don't think he like lost credibility in any way.
I don't think he lost credibility, but I think it was kind of a big signal to be like, hey, like Kendrick, this isn't necessarily like what people are looking for.
No, but I'm just saying, I think he did it intentionally with the notion of this is a concept album That's strictly what it is. Take it or leave it.
But everything
you like it
all
or
of his
you
shit's
don't.
been concept albums though.
Not true.
I mean,
Damn was not a concept album. Damn was an album where he just decided to let loose and show people what he could do.
I feel like Damn was his first mainstream album.
But
exactly.
But no, but it's Damn starts with him helping a blind woman that shoots him and kills him.
Yes.
Right? And if you listen to it backwards, it's a different story.
There's still good shit locked up in it. There's still good shit locked up in it, but it doesn't discredit what he's talking about. Like it.
But I think it's a concept album still.
Here's my thing with some of those artists. I think intelligence wise and lyrically wise, they beyond some of the greatest. No matter if he's let one album out or two albums out, I think he's up there still because you guys forget how long he's been around. He was banging with J-Rock and Lil Wayne since Carter 3 and 2.
Good Kid, Mad City is one of my favorite fucking albums.
So I don't care what this man's doing. I'm gonna listen to his shit on the Mirror Aspect.
No, Kendrick Lamar is part of Top Dog Entertainment.
No, but I'm saying like
Money.
he's been a part of the game with those guys for a long time, coming on the up and up. So
They're two different time periods. Man. I'm sorry, I gotta argue that.
No,
they're two different time periods of rap.
So if you go back and look at some of the features on
the early 2000s, you're right. Lil Wayne, Birdman, fucking Drake, Nicki Minaj. Young Money was the early 2000s, and then mid to late 2000s, Top Dog Entertainment took over. You got Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q, Isaiah Rashad.
Young 2000s was not Young Money. That was still with Birdman. So
Birdman is Young Money.
I know, but I'm saying like that wasn't Lil Wayne's Young Money. That was
that was no.
They're the two. They're the two who started Young Money.
Well, give me starting on some Lil Wayne logic. I'm gonna drop it on
Birdman signed Lil Wayne. So then Lil Wayne came into his organization.
Lil Wayne was already popular because of the. Oh my gosh, he was on. What was the rap group he was on? The Block Was Hot was one of the.
Fuck. Wayne was from get go was a co-owner.
Lil Wayne and Birdman are Young Money.
Listen, I'm not denying anything about Lil Wayne and all them. I'm saying that.
I'm denying what you're saying. I'm disagreeing.
Kendrick Lamar is been working with those guys, not within their label, but I'm saying he's been on the up and up when they were already like for a very long time. So I'm saying I'm gonna listen to his shit on the Mirror Aspect to where I just see his grind is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I was trying to make the point of like mass appeal. Like Kendrick Lamar does not have mass appeal anymore.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Right? He doesn't because his albums are, like you said, too conceptual to really grasp.
They are very conceptual.
Okay, but guys like Cole and Drake have proved that you can go into the conceptual stuff and then come back and still make mainstream music, and people are still going to follow you because there is branding in your name that you're already locked into that top echelon of artists to where anything you put out, people are at least going to give a listen to.
What I'm saying is Kendrick Lamar is like, he will not make stuff that is not true to him.
Right.
His time where that hit really hard was the early or late 2000s, early 2010s. Right now, the conceptual around like what's good music has shifted. Right. That's why Kendrick's songs aren't going to hit anymore because they're 2010s essentially. Like it's like he's not gonna have the same impact because people aren't valuing the same thing in music anymore. People value this quick hook. People want to hear "I took the one."
Yeah,
see, like it's different. It's just a different time right now. People would sit there and listen to "To Pimp a Butterfly" in 2015 because they were like, "What is this? Why is this like so? Why are you talking to Tupac and you're fucking?"
And then guess what? 5 years from now, when TikTok is going through its cycle of reuse and repeat.
Zach's home! Fuck yeah, Zach's here. Fuck your sweatshirt though, because fuck the Steelers. Sorry.
Yeah,
well.
That's a camo jacket.
Steelers suck.
With a little Steelers. Like, this jacket is geeking me right now.
It is a dope jacket.
This is like Steelers like merch, and they were just like, we're just gonna make a camo jacket. And then put the Steelers logo
Zach has
on
went through a hell of a night, guys.
I'm sorry I attacked you as soon as you walked in your own home.
Yeah,
my bad.
Well, guys, for all the viewers there, our man Zach is the manager of one of the new local restaurants here in Lexington.
Taco Bell there.
Look at.
Hey guys, pay attention to me giving Zach his fame. And
yeah, give Zach his flowers. Go ahead.
But yes, I'm really proud of you. I love you, buddy. That Steelers coat is it's all right.
Zach, I can't wait to be with you in 2 weeks. We're gonna have so much fun. Man. I can't wait, bro. I might just transfer out there unofficially.
But yeah,
I'll do it with you.
But I'm gonna end the podcast on this rap knowledge for you guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna totally butt in. This is why I raised my hand earlier. I'm gonna drop some rap knowledge on y'all don't know about. Y'all
Okay.
know what murder rap is?
That's what we were talking about earlier with the what was it called? The
Drill rap? I think
Yeah.
it's
No.
different though.
Yeah,
drill
that's,
rap?
that's different.
I'm talking
That's
about something
different.
totally different.
I'm Google.
I'm talking about murder rap. I'm talking about Insane Clown Posse. I'm talking about Twisted. I'm talking about those groups like that. Like y'all have heard of Juggalos growing up.
Yeah, I never listened to the music because of the
It's
association
terrible.
with the people.
Exactly.
They all smell like
Exactly.
jerky.
People don't. I'm an honorary Juggalo, not a full Juggalo, but I come from a family of Juggalos.
Okay.
Don't judge me.
No, I was laughing at Hunter.
Juggalos and
I didn't even listen to him. I sounded him out.
Juggalos and Juggahos, right?
They're Juggalettes and Juggalos.
Juggalettes.
So I like ICP a lot, and I like one of their rap groups they signed called Twisted. I'm
Fucking
down.
magnets. How do they work?
I'm down with the clown. And but anyways, murder rap groups like that. So ICP is kind of like the founding fathers of murder rap. They started the whole that era of rap. It's pretty white trashy.
Are they all white guys?
They're
Shut
all
up.
white guys. There's like no black murder rappers except
And they
Tech
do
Nine.
whiteface.
They do
Yeah,
do whiteface.
they do. Yeah.
The like only African American. That sounds more racist. The only black rapper that's in murder rap was fucking like Tech Nine. Tech
Sounds
Nine-
more racist
more
to say
racist.
African American now. Right?
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like I'm trying too hard.
Is Busta Rhymes
So-
not in that a little bit?
No, he's not. And the only reason Tech Nine is because Tech Nine.
Is Busta Rhymes an ICP?
He also rhymes really fast. So
Well,
That's it.
Tech Nine goes to all the gatherings.
Yeah, okay.
Tech Nine has opened up for ICP. Tech Nine has gone to all the gatherings of the Juggalos. Eric, my roommate, whoever anyone knows, I have a roommate named Eric. He's a huge Juggalo. Like he's heard
Juggalo King, yeah. Juggalo Prophet.
So he's gone to a lot of the gatherings and he's met Tech Nine through these gatherings. When I Am Vanilla Ice is one of them. I love you, Vanilla Ice. Anyways,
I can see that. I can see that for sure.
me love Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, dude.
I more want
Here's
to
the
talk.
knowledge.
I
Here's
want to
the
talk
knowledge.
about Brady's 50-year-old roommate more than ICP, honestly.
He's the most interesting man in the world. He smoked weed with Vanilla Ice.
Oh, he did.
And he smoked weed with Rey Mysterio, one of my favorite wrestlers. And he a very unknown wrestler y'all don't know about, but I do.
Why don't we ever talk about this shit, man?
Because Eric doesn't want to come on the podcast. Here's the story I got.
Okay.
So I like to read autobiographies. It's like the only books I read is autobiographies, and it's mainly just like wrestlers. Well, I stumbled upon the ICP autobiography because my roommate Eric. Here's the thing about murder rap and ICP. So ICP gets a really bad rap of like all their lyrics are very like, I asked a girl out, she rejected me, so I cut her legs off. Murder rap's out there.
Christ.
Yeah. But I like ICP. But people associate ICP with like, devilish hell music. When you read ICP's documentary or autobiography, the whole reason they started murder rap was not promote murder gangs and clowns. It was they're devout Christians, very devout Christians. People don't know this because of their persona they give off. They're very devout Christians. And the whole reason they started their music was
That's
to scare
horseshit.
people. Shut the fuck up. They started the music to scare people from doing bad acts to go to hell.
I've never doubted anything he said more than in this very moment.
ICP. It's actually Insane Christian Pop.
Well, no, first off, let me finish. Eventually, it became what it is, and they're like, "Fuck it!" Like we're not going to change anyone's opinions. So they embrace what they are. But in the very beginning of Insane
These
Clown
are some
Posse,
bad
ICP,
Christians, bro. They were just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah, they're from Detroit.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
White guys in Detroit.
Is that what?
So is
that what-
Eminem.
Yeah, well, that's what I was about to say. They used to be. I thought they used to be because there was a huge feud with them.
They beefed with Eminem. But you know what's funny? I watched interviews with them about it, and Violent J, who's the short, stubby one who talks the most, because Shaggy 2 Dope's just like,
Dude, he's ripping these names out. I
killing
love
it,
dude.
man.
He's
I
a fan.
told you, I
True
know.
fan. Yeah.
So Violent J in the interview was like, yeah, I'll be honest, man. We didn't really understand the Eminem beef. He was like, Eminem just one day walked in, disrespected us. We're like, instantly, like, fuck that motherfucker. But we're also like,
But we're Christian.
but no, that's not at all,
I
actually.
just
They're Detroit Christians, so,
I don't even know what this
I'm gonna
means.
start using that when I start fucking up. I'm a Detroit Christian.
Violent J was like, why is Eminem beef with? We're a cult rap group where people dress up as clowns.
Yeah.
Eminem's Eminem. Why the fuck does he care what we think? Like, even they know what they are. You know what I'm saying? They don't think they're anything bigger than what they are. They have a very small group that's very. I do want to go to. Y'all want to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos and start a podcast there?
No. Oh my god, dude, we would
Not
see
even a little bit,
dude. All gas, no brakes. Shout out. Let's do that.
They have
shit.
wrestling trials there because they have their own wrestling federation. I could try out.
Yeah.
You guys could get it on camera.
I'd be there for that. I'd be there for that.
Let's go to a Gathering. That's a bonding.
So
event.
what you guys don't know, for Brady's birthday this year, we are going to take this whole setup, and I told you guys about this. We're going to put it in the wrestling ring at Daniel's place, and we're going to have a rave there while we're in the wrestling ring.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yes.
that'll be sick.
I'm in.
You have to promise me at least like 10% minority representation at these things, because I'm gonna get really weird.
No, you're with me.
Around a bunch of white people
Be
and
prepared.
clowns.
They're
Shit.
gonna
Like,
call
I'd be a
you.
lot of,
They're gonna call you ninja a lot.
yeah, I know that.
They're gonna say ninja.
They're
a
going to say
lot.
things like
worried.
Asian persuasion.
Yeah.
And
They're gonna
stuff
say
like that.
hello. Yeah.
Right.
We're
Stay
gonna-
yellow, my
also-
fellow. Right. Like
We're
I
gonna
hear
paint
it
our
already.
faces like clowns.
Yeah, clearly I have to be in whiteface if I'm gonna go to this.
Bro, I think we all have a blast at a Gathering. The
I'm gonna
Juggalos
paint
together.
eyes over my like the eyelids so I'm not too squinty, and I can just close my eyes the whole time and be a white guy.
Is there an Asian
That's the
equivalent?
bigot couch because that's racist.
Is there an Asian equivalent to whiteface or blackface?
Yellow face.
I actually
Oh
saw.
my god.
I actually saw.
Oh my
You
god.
asked a question, I gave an answer.
I was asking Paris.
We actually, yeah.
Why'd you say Paris?
Oh.
Didn't we bring this up before? How like Asians have been or Japanese people did whiteface with a geisha for centuries.
yeah, for-
You
That's
know what I'm
true.
saying?
So if anything,
All
I'm
of
allowed to say
eternity.
that.
Yeah.
So like,
Whiteness is beauty, clearly. But no, I saw a video recently of
You're okay.
Louis
You're beautiful.
Armstrong of this Louis Armstrong impersonator in Japan, and like this is like from like the 90s or something on like a TV show, and this guy did black everything, right? Just completely covered in like this is the 90s in Japan. They don't know the history of blackface at all, and like he did a Louis Armstrong impersonation and fucking murdered it, right? And killed
he
it.
did a good
was
job?
great. Played the
Of course.
trumpet and everything, right? And he was just great at it. And I was just like, exactly. No, he did it. And you know, people are like, "Oh, this is so racist and caricaturing." And it's like, I can see how you would think that because he is an Asian man in full black, painted his whole body black, and is going like,
Well, do you guys
acting
remember
like Louis Armstrong.
That's like the Swedish or German thing where they did like it was like the Santa Claus thing to where he was covered in soot or something like that.
What
do you
the
remember
fuck
that?
are you talking
what
about?
the
Where Santa
Swedish
Claus covered in
thing with the
soot.
Santa Claus. What
What is soot?
Can I
First off,
finish?
I can't remember what European country it was, but what it was is
I'm gonna cut you off right
hold
now.
on.
I
How
have to
did
finish
you-
my story.
How did you say this is just like, and then it's nothing like that?
sorry, it wasn't Louis Armstrong. I'm just saying it
Hey,
was
what's
something.
soot?
You literally cut me off at Japanese people being really racist, and I have to like defend my people for a second, okay? I promise you, there was no inkling of like hate in that. It was some guy that really appreciates Louis Armstrong and just doesn't realize the context of why that's bad. Okay, so like I saw this video and I was like, uh-oh, like here are my people in trouble again for being racist. But I was like, okay, come on. But like they don't even realize that it's racist, right? So they're doing it because they're impersonating. They're like, we appreciate this guy so much that we have someone paint themselves in black and play the trumpet and sing It's a Small World or whatever.
What a beautiful
And
concept.
I just gotta say, you know, like it should not be allowed for sure. Like we should not allow people to do blackface. But when people in a different country don't know the racist, like, you know, connotations of blackface, like, can we give Japanese people like because as soon as you tell them that's not okay, they'll be like, oh shit, they'll kill themselves. Like that's what we do, right? And like,
See
we
that?
bring shame, we kill ourselves when that happens.
So that's how
Okay?
you bring honor back to your house.
Yeah, that's the only way that that Japanese, because we're all have this cognitive distortion. It's like as soon as you mess up once, it's like, well, fuck, see ya, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I promise you, it's not done with hatred in mind. It's
See,
done
that's-
with ignorance in mind.
That's one of my favorite parts about the Schultz special is when he's talking about blackface.
Oh yeah,
He looks
yeah,
at
that shit's
he
funny.
finds every black person in like the front-ish row. He's like, blackface is wrong. Am I right?
yeah.
They all agree, and he's like, But every Navy SEAL commercial is look how cool blackface is on a plane. Look how cool it is.
Right.
Like it's like
Schultz is a different breed, bro.
Yeah,
that man's a different
man,
breed for sure.
He can make a joke of anything. Like I respect.
Yeah,
it.
the fact
I
that he
love
can
it.
tiptoe the line of race so well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Is he any ethnicity at all?
no, he's white.
He's white as
He's
fuck,
Irish.
bro.
Or yeah,
Italian.
No, he's
definitely
definitely Italian. He's not
Scottish.
Irish.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
Scottish.
he's Scottish.
That's what
Scottish.
he is.
He's
on
way
his-
too
Scottish on
self-confident
his
to be
mom's side
Irish.
and Italian
Yeah.
on his dad's,
Yeah.
I believe.
Well,
I think that shit is fucking like that's so skillful to be able to just navigate that.
Yeah.
But like it takes a lot of like knowledge
And
of
say it in an insightful way to where like you're not just making generalizations.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Like
dude,
to-
the
Shelter
shit,
the goat.
the shit he said about that black parent having that white son. He goes, dude, you went full circle, bro.
yeah.
He says you bought yourself a white baby, dude. He's like, good for you, dude. He's like, do you? He's like asking the son. He's like, do you get bullied? Like, what's up with that? That shit was
Right,
good.
white or black people adopting white kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like full circle, bro.
That's gangster.
That's gangster as shit.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, this
you
past
some-
weekend when we're downtown for Halloween, you also saw my costume last week. I was a Japanese fisherman.
Yeah.
It so makes
And
no sense.
Respect.
We meet one of our friends, and she is dressed up as a dude from a movie. You know the story.
It was the Amanda Bynes movie. She had to
She's
dress
the
up
man.
as the.
Oh,
she's the man.
The soccer
yeah,
player,
she's the
yeah,
man,
the soccer
yeah.
movie. So she
Hell,
That was too good.
We just got done figuring out what her costume
like her
was.
costume was too good.
It was.
Oh yeah. So we just got done figuring out what her costume was, and then she asked me, "Freddie, what are you?" And I said, "I'm a Japanese fisherman." She said, "She said that's racist." I didn't even miss a beat. I said, "You're dressed up as a dude. That's sexist." I instantly, I ain't putting up with that shit.
That's definitely a drunk comment. Yeah. You bring it up in the pod and we're like, it's not.
No, Brett, I got your back. We just had to have Paris back up blackface for 20 minutes.
I did.
If you tell that Japanese people, they kill themselves.
I had to defend my people, okay?
Oh my god, the accent came out.
That wasn't an accent. That's how it's all. Thanks for coming to Stock Stallion Podcast.
No mas. No mas. Well, guys, I believe that is our show
That
today.
wraps it up.
That wraps
That
it
wraps
up.
it up.
Make sure, if you still bear through some of this, that you guys...
I actually came up with a joke recently about being an Asian accent. Being like, yeah, I'm Japanese, and of course, just like every Japanese person, my parents pushed me to be a doctor. And one day I was like, Mom, I don't want to be a doctor. I want to be an actuary. And she was just like, actuary what? That make no sense.
That is amazing.
That's awesome.
Y'all hear that shit here first. Don't you fucking steal that
I'm
shit.
so using that.
That is amazing. But if you guys do have time, make sure you do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It does help us a lot. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you're on Spotify or Anchor, make sure you give a follow on that too and hit the subscribe and the notifications.
Just like our awesome scrubber, Lexi Fahey.
No,
Got it in.
Got
There
it
we
in
go.
every episode, bro.
Yeah,
Every
there we go.
episode.
Well,
All right.
you guys, with that, we will see you guys
Love you,
on
everybody.
the next one.
Nope.